trying to remember how many years it was.
You don't remember how long you've missed your... Wow.
It was something me and him had talked about in the beginning. No.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy. I am Scott. My pronouns are he, him, and this is Elixia, our D&D 5e campaign set in a homebrew world that, at the moment, the world itself, I have not named. I've gone through about 40 names, and I hate them all. So, eventually, if you have any good name ideas, drop them in chat. You know, I will totally steal it, and I will not give you any money for it, but I'll give you credit. So, the episode tonight is called "The Thing Is the Trees," which totally grammatically wrong, I think. So, we'll have to figure out how to fix that, maybe. You can follow us everywhere at ZealZaddy. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, not yet TikTok, but I do know what I'm doing with it, so I just haven't set it up yet. Here, obviously, and on YouTube. We are an affiliate with Only Crits, who make our favorite dice. I'm going to do a giveaway soon of some of those dice. UL publishing partner, and we're working to get some of our product up on Shard Tabletop. We create product for 5e that we release on Drive-Thru RPG. We have about somewhere between 16 and 20 products up right now. We do one a week. We only missed 1 week. I would love to say it always comes out on Friday, but it doesn't. Sometimes it comes out Saturday, sometimes Sunday. But I try to always get it in by midnight Sunday, so I feel like I achieved the weekend delivery. Let's bring the players on, since I will just ramble about that stuff all night long. All right. We got everyone here. Love it when everyone's here. Let's start with Jazz.
What up? I'm Jazz, also known as _ya on Twitter. That's where you can usually find me. I play Jada. I feel like I should have a spiel by now. I really don't. I don't have a spiel. I have a spiel for everything else. It's usually where I shout out this channel where I play Jada, our sorcerer / fighter Warforged. But I mean, for our channel, I don't really have a spiel. I'll come up with something the next time, I promise.
All right. Let's see if Natalie has a spiel.
Oh, I have one. Hello, everybody. My name is Natalie. I go by she, they, as is my character, Desus, our half tiefling, half myriad, circle the stars druid with a little bit of warlock in her. You can find me most places on the internet with Ghost Candle, especially Twitter, that's where I post my art and the things I'm doing. You can also find me on Ko-Fi, where I have my digital shop full of emote packs. Last time I counted, there was like 43 or 44 packs. So that's delightful. I recently released a tiger-themed pack of faces, so take a look if you can. That's ko-fi.com/ghostcandle. Things there. And if you support me there, you get access to my blog that has like character insight stuff on my characters. I'll write about these eventually. It'll be there, but you have to support me to see it.
Sounds totally appropriate. What?
That was a pretty good spiel.
It was.
I'm gonna take some notes.
Let's see if Hipley can match that, or Blake can match that.
Oh, you know I can. You already know I can. Hey, everybody. I'm Blake. I'm playing Hipley Amberwater. Yeah, I got no spiel. I like to write stuff sometimes. I don't post it, though. I mean, you can find it on the internet. So if you type in my name, Blake Francis, in poetry, you can see some haikus in some random indie magazine. So, yeah, do that. That'd be cool. But, yeah, super stoked to be here. Always a great time. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right, let's go to Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I use she, her pronouns. I run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels. We've been on hiatus for a long time, but we're coming back this week, so I'm going to start releasing our videos back onto YouTube and onto the podcast platforms. I don't do live because my internet can't support it. I've tried it many times, and it just doesn't work. Also, I'm poor, so yeah, don't ask me to upgrade my internet. If you hear a little like buzz in the background, it's because I literally have a fan right here because it's too hot where I live and I've taken 2 showers today.
Yeah.
I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. Yeah, Blake feels me. He also lives in a hot place. So I'm just like, I've just been melting all day. Anyway, I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. She's a Firbolg and a bard. I really love playing with this group. We have such good synergy. If you like RP a lot, you're in the right place. If you want to listen to my campaign, it's long and glorious. And so if you're interested in that sort of thing, check it. Oh, I actually, so Scott, you're talking about, sorry, guys are giving me great comments in our private chat. So, Scott, you're talking about what you wanted to name your planet, and what I did for mine in my campaign. It's a binary. There takes place on 2 binary planets, and one is called Etria, and the other one's called Attis. And I named them that because I looked at Earth, and I was like, well, there are 2 syllables, and it's mostly vowels. And, well, most of our planets are 2 syllables or 3 syllables. Anyway, that could give you some ideas.
Could do it.
Etria is 3, but anyway, that was my process on that. And again, yeah.
All right. Morgan.
Coming to me. What's up, travelers? I am Morgan with Mind Played Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me on social media everywhere, like except Twitter, like on Instagram, TikTok, at Mind Played Mondays. On Twitter, it's just at Mind Played Mun. This is my spiel, which I've been mastering for some time. I am the founder of MindPlayMondays.com. It works out where you can hire professional dungeon masters to run games for you and your friends, or for you and your coworkers, or for your child's next birthday party. Reach out to us. We do online games across the country, and we do in-person, local, in South Florida. Beyond Pro DMing, I also have products on Amazon with t-shirts that you can purchase, as well as on the Redbubble. Thank you, Tiffany. And I also have several published pieces of content on the DMs Guild. And we have our Mind Played Mondays podcast, which we typically drop new episodes on Mondays. Right now, we're on a little bit of a hiatus because into summer, people are doing all kinds of things, and just our schedule's a little off. But we will be back mid-August with new episodes. So stay tuned to that. You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple, and a bunch of other places. Our main story is a 5e homebrew campaign world. One last note, I am doing a couple charity events this month. One is going to be around mid-August. I will be guest DMing once again on the Dungeons Dummies channel, where I will be running a very special one-shot where we hope will become a series of one-shots called Dungeon Masters and Dragons, where it'll be charity events that we do with different Dungeon Masters switching out the hot seat and being players. You can find it on their YouTube channel. This one is going to be for St. Jude's Hospital in partner with Extra Life. I will be running a supplement provided, I gotta look at it here, by Mammoth Factory. It is a very interesting one-shot that I've had to look at, so this is definitely going to be worth watching. It will be very, very cool. The other thing that I'm going to be a part of this month is a really cool, awesome charity race called the Weed Racers, where we are going to be raising money for Emerge Center Against Domestic Abuse. It is a Mario Kart styled game where they're going to be allowing us to play characters from any system. So you pick your character, your favorite character from Call of Cthulhu, Dungeons and Dragons. You can pick a superhero from Masks, whatever. You bring it over, you make your own racing cart, and your character is now in a multiversal race for, who's the best racer out of all the systems. So this is a special system that they've created, and they're going to be running it. So it'll be really cool. It's going to be on August 27th and possibly the 28th if I win my race on the 27th. So check it out when it comes out. All right, and that's all I got right now. Oh, I played Vesryn. The party's wizard, and as always, and you guys know this, I say it all the time, but I do mean it every single time. I am super happy to be here with this wonderful group of people to be playing tonight.
So why don't you start the recap, since you're like on a roll?
Oh no. Let's see. We started.
Everyone will
off,
jump in,
Yeah, we started off at the top of the ziggurat, exhausted, tired, huffing and a puffing, And we went inside. We met with Hipley's patron, and we answered the riddle. But they were a little bit disappointed because we didn't have more answers for the riddle. We only had a few. But we still had answers. Yeah, it was a trick question. But we answered the question, and we learned a lot of different things, I feel like. I know we learned a little bit about that the portal that we were going through that takes us through the dream realm. What else did we learn about? I'm trying to think.
That none of us are killers in cold blood.
Yeah. Because we were challenged to see if we would just murder a potential enemy, which none of us felt comfortable doing.
We did them.
You were okay with it, but you weren't like let's do it. You're like, yeah, I'm fine with it.
I was neutral.
Yeah, there you go.
True neutral.
We were also discussing what to call the mural tiles.
Yes, that was fun.
Well, what name were they? What name did Scott say? I can't remember.
I think he said mural tiles.
Oh,
I said
yeah,
mural
that's right.
tiles. You guys came up with some other names. I don't remember what they were.
We were like, yeah, that's dumb.
You're like mosaic.
Mosaic.
And after we got some answers, we were told that we needed to head back and that we would be attacked pretty soon once we left this place.
And then Deesa stumped it with the riddle too, which is tight. Deesa's like, hold on a second, I got a riddle for you. And then bam.
Heard you like riddles.
And then everybody started throwing riddles out at Scott. And he was like, you guys suck.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. I'm just teasing. But you were thinking it.
Maybe.
We also got a red flag because the Sphinx told us that Polly, the magician, will come to fight Taliesin at a chance encounter. And so Dwyn was stuck between, should I go to my son and help him through this encounter, or do I go to the Shadowfell? And I honestly felt she'd go to the Shadowfell, so I just said, he's a big boy, he can handle it. So.
That's confidence.
We sent him a message.
Comes from strong blood.
You know?
Letting him know that we had faith in him and what we were anticipating would come his way.
Yeah.
And then Vesryn was going to go to the Shadowfell to find his mom, and let everybody know they didn't have to come. He didn't expect them to come.
Yeah, like, oh really? Like we're like, yeah, okay, bye. Bye, Vesryn.
I know, but Vesryn would never ask everybody to risk their lives like that. But being that we are a family, it seems like everybody was on board with trying to find his mother. And because we focus specifically on her, not just the Shadowfell, we were very lucky in being brought pretty much right to her when we went through the dream realm once more. And we found ourselves in the Shadowfell. And through a bunch of craziness of Dwyn using True Sight and all this other stuff, we were able to get her to trust us that we weren't the enemy, we weren't fake.
It was because you showed her the scroll case you've been carrying around the entire campaign.
Yes. Yep. It was her scroll case. It was a scroll case given to me by my sister that was once hers. And I think that was the biggest thing that convinced her that we were who we said we were. And then she took us into her hidden cave because there were some crazy monsters flying around trying to eat things. So
in the cave, we found out that she had taken the souls of all the people that came with her and put them into soul jars. I guess she meant this in a benevolent way to keep them from dying. And their bodies had been stolen, I think.
I think it's also for the corruption.
Someone has stolen the bodies of the children. There we go. There's an.
And I think it was also to keep them from being corrupted from the Shadowfell because looking at my mother, this place has done a number on her from what we can see physically.
Fine.
She looks like this place has really worn her down. And she also seems a little less emotional too. She's kind of distant, and it could be of this place, or it could just be all the survival not really letting go. Who knows?
Maybe she just doesn't like you anymore.
Yeah, she never did. Maybe your memories are.
I was her least favorite son, which is pretty on par for the rest of my family.
Oh, it's you, Vesryn. That's someone else. Okay.
She did say.
Damn, I was hoping it. Yeah, right.
Yep.
She thought Eldrin was useless, and I'm her least favorite. Oh God, what does that mean about me? So, but yeah, I think that's kind of where we left off. Right?
It was. She was walking down, showing you the shelves with the little vials with
Vials.
what a couple of you recognize as seemingly souls, and she's even describing them that way. Can I get a perception check from everybody? Not a perception check, an investigation check.
Ooh, I'm actually decent at those.
I'm
Gonna
not.
be a nat 1. Watch this.
No, never mind.
It's almost a 1. 19.
Well,
Almost a 1.
But, and
well,
you said
hopefully I got the
investigation?
nat one. It's fine.
I got a 15.
19.
I'm trying to see what my stuff is.
A 3?
Yep. Nat one with a +2.
Hold on, I'll tell you what mine is because I'm trying to bring my character sheet. I accidentally backed out on it. I rolled a 13. You said investigation, right?
Yes.
So +4, so 17. Yeah, 17.
What was yours, Tiffany?
16.
16 and
19.
Jada?
15.
Okay. So she's walking along and kind of running her hand over some of the jars as she walks. And some of it's really hard to tell, but it seems like there are different colors to different jars, but the color is so faded that it's hard to even tell. But anyone who rolled over a 17 kind of catches the idea, and all of them of each color are on a row. So the top is all yellow, and it's a very subtle yellow. And they go and what?
I was going to say, is it 17 and up or anything above a 17? Because I got a 17, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, 17 and up. Sorry.
Okay.
And the next row is orange. The next one's red, violet, indigo, blue, green, and then white on the bottom.
I look at Blake, or look at Hipley, because I'm pretty sure he notices it as well. Mother, curious, what is the colors, the different colors? What does that mean?
Come. We need to go check the roots.
But
Are different colors?
is that for the? Is that okay?
You mean the colors in the vials?
Yes. The colors that we're seeing here.
That's the aspects of the souls that are held within.
What do the colors mean, if you don't mind me asking?
Yellow is the transcendent soul. You mean all of the colors? Orange is
whatever. I mean,
orange is the creative soul. Red is the soul of belonging and purpose. Violet is savorousness, the senses and what have you. Indigo is memory. Blue is power and complacency. Green is I guess you'd call it your id, your base instincts and your complex thought. And the final one, the white, is your soul of life itself.
So are all these different, or like, do these all go together and they're just kind of split apart, or are they all? I mean,
Each column is one complete soul if they're combined. Jada, can you make me an intelligence check, please? I know you hate
I
them.
knew you were going to say that. How did I know you were going to say that?
1.
2. Okay. Definitely don't get anything. No problem.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yep. Okay.
I didn't know you could just break apart a soul like that. That's
Very interesting.
I learned that from the wizard, not the wizard, the witch Lucy when she came through. She showed me how to do this.
Was that who came through?
Oh.
The who?
The witch
Came
Lucy.
through?
What?
My Lucy, my creator.
I make a little illusion of her with my hands, and she looks like this.
You've met her.
Yes.
She created. She brought life into our friend here.
She is capable of that. Yes. She left her book when she went looking for her daughters.
This is one of her daughters.
Why didn't she take you with her?
She's come many times, and she seemed to exist in at different times. I don't know how to explain that exactly. She transcended time in some ways. She could be here for hundreds of years and then be here for a day and it would seem no different. She had stolen some knowledge from something called Mechanus.
Huh.
And part of it was this.
100 of years to you, or 100 years? When you say that, I mean, so was she here for 100 of years? I guess.
I have no idea how long I've been here. It seems like an eternity. Come, we need to go check the roots.
Right, we can walk and talk.
Yep. Yep.
Buddy system, everybody. We're all staying. Everyone stay close. Okay.
Jada, do you remember what the 8 pins in you were used for?
Oh. Yeah.
They were...
Jazz makes that connection. I don't know if Jada does.
Yeah, Jazz. They were transcendence, creativity, belonging and purpose, savorousness, memory, power and complacency, base instinct and complex thought, and life. And the one that was inserted into you at the end was transcendence. That was the one that was missing. So after she's talking about this and she talks about Lucy, then it's like, oh.
Oh, interesting.
That's interesting.
Well, the pins in me that create my soul. They correspond to the colors on the wall. So you learn that from Lucy. Can I see this book?
Yes, we'll be passing it soon. And you're still walking past jars or vials. And at the end, it ends in a room that looks like... it reminds you a little bit of Char's, woven room, except its roots sort of reach around the room. And inside there's a small table and a chair, some food in there that is really just roots and root vegetables and things like that. And even the root vegetables really look deformed and twisted and all that. And there's one book sitting in the room, and she just points at it.
I make a feel
I hate to be a bother. Do you have any meat for the basilisk? I hate to be a bother. I know we just got here, but is there anything that...
Give me a bit of trouble.
Let me see.
I see what you did there.
What'd you say?
Could be a bit of trouble.
There are rats around. If you look near the base of the roots, it can find rats in there.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. I'll try to catch some rats real quickly.
I'll give you a hand.
Thank you. Because I think it would have gone terribly, so I appreciate it.
And there are rats kind of living among the roots in here, and they're not little.
I was gonna say, oh my gosh, there's gonna be giant Shadowfell rats.
They're about the size of a small dog, if the big ones.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And the basilisk just petrifies the first one it sees.
There we go.
but it's
Hey,
stuck
can I
up
hit
in the
something?
roots.
I'll try to, I guess I'll try to just, like, hit one with my javelin. I was like, oh, I can use True Shot. Yay.
Yes.
I'm gonna use my slingshot. I'm gonna use my sling that someone gave me.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 16 to hit.
A 16 will hit.
It's about 5 points of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, that kills it.
Dang, good
Well,
shot.
now it's stuck on the end of your javelin, and you gotta.
And I pull it up and I
Pull
just
it
kind of like yank
through
it
the
off
wheat.
and throw it towards trouble.
I got trouble. And it savors the taste.
Yeah, just keep catching him until he's seen. And we'll keep catching him until either we run out of rats or the basilisk is sated.
I won't run out of rats.
Oh my gosh.
Horrifying.
I think you might have a rat problem. I don't want to. I think there might be.
Well, she won't have one for much longer, as I have her trouble.
Good point.
And she starts inspecting the roots. You know, she starts feeling along them, making sure they're something.
Vesryn leaned down next to her and what are we looking for?
I'm checking to make sure that that the roots are healthy. If they die, then I could be trapped in here. So I would rather not be in that predicament.
All right.
And she gets to an area, and you can see there's some like grayish patchiness in the roots. I'll have to feed a little bit. I'll be right back. And she goes up, and
Can we help at all? By any chance? If me and Dwin are back from catching rats, I'd ask that.
if you wish, you can. I mean,
You know,
it's
like,
dangerous.
magic has weird effects on the plants here.
Everything reacts different here than it did before. Nothing seems to really have the same force to it. It's different. And she reaches up and grabs a jar with yellow in it and puts it in her pocket. And starts heading
Whatever we
up.
can do to help. I mean, do you want us to?
It's
Although-
dangerous. You don't know it around here yet.
Okay, just whatever we can do to help. I mean, if you feel we should say, that's fine. Just see if we can help. But that's all.
What I'm getting at is I can cast plant growth on the tree, but I don't know if it'll do good.
It doesn't feed that way.
What does
Okay.
it feed on?
What's it need?
I'll be back shortly.
That's.
And she starts
Yes.
heading up.
Can we make an insight check?
Okay. Go ahead. Make it.
So are the greatest people. That's my insight. That's pretty high.
Come on, that 20.
Nope. I got an 8.
Okay. And
I'm gonna, if she's like walking away, I'm gonna lean over to Vesryn and say, "Are you gonna follow her?"
That's what I was thinking about saying too.
I mean, it's not a good idea if I do it.
But if he's going, you should go too, Dwayne. Buddy system, you both should go.
Over everything.
It's
I can go talk to her. I'll go with her.
someone go with this too. Buddy system.
And Vesryn will start to follow his mother.
okay.
I'm
As she
gonna follow
walks,
best friend.
yeah, as she walks, she kind of runs her hand very gently across the vials because she can't see, but it helps her, give her guidance as she's going up.
And I'll move up and I'll take her hand. I'll help you, mother. Let me guide you.
It's dangerous out here. You could be in a lot of danger out there.
I know.
The beast may not take kindly to you coming along.
I don't care. You said you don't know how long you've been here, but I do. It's been 47 years, 7 months and 4 days.
There. Is it the same here?
I don't know how long it's been here, but I know that's how many years it's been.
That doesn't seem like feel like so much. But
Maybe
it feels
not to
like
you.
it here.
And it's probably worse here, but I can tell you, for me it was quite a long time. And I'm not going to let you walk out there alone now.
Very well then. I suppose. And she continues walking. When we get out, we have to climb down from the cave to the tree line. Do you have a weapon?
Of course I do.
You should have it ready in case. I don't
It's
know what will
always ready.
happen.
I'm always ready. I've learned to be that way.
Is there anything we should keep an eye out on? Maybe just in the back, kind of keeping watch. Is there anything we should keep an eye out for?
If the ground rumbles, that could be a worrisome thing.
Keep eyes low. Okay. And I know there was some that blew down at us too back there. Okay.
And she goes with you to the tree line and starts climbing down to the ground. And when she gets down, she takes a stick out and starts hitting it on a tree, and you can hear it kind of echoing out there. After a little while, she just waits. A light fog starts to roll in, and it's enough to kind of play with your eyes. You know, can you make me a wisdom check?
Yeah, that's not too bad. I rolled a natural 14. Is it just a check or save?
Or a
This is
check or
a
a
check.
save?
Check would be 15 then.
Okay.
8.
8. Vesryn, while you're out there in the fog, it's weird. There's almost like images of things that seem to be just at the corner. When you look at it, it's just fog. When you look away, you feel like there's something there. And for a moment, you think that you see Eldrin in the fog. And then you look, and there's nothing there. And you look away, and it's gone also.
Well, what's up with the fog?
What do you mean?
I thought I saw Eldrin inside of it for a moment.
Oh, you're not used to here.
Well, no, this is our first day here.
There are... The fog plays with the mind. It reminds us of tragedies that are very hard to lessen, I suppose.
Fair enough. Definitely be careful with the fog. It plays tricks on your mind.
Gosh, okay.
Don't trust it.
You have a weapon with you, Hipley?
I
You got the sling.
hold of the sling. Just like, yeah.
Hipley is able to handle himself, Mother.
It's near, and you hear sort of a subtle movement of branches and tree, among the trees. It is really hard to know what direction it's coming from, though. Even when you try, it seems to be, multiple directions at once. It seems, and then there's a creaking near and above. And you see something that looks like this sitting in a tree
Ew.
above you.
I look at Hipley, I'm like, Be ready.
You should stay behind me.
Fair enough, Mother. You know what you're doing. I trust you.
And she takes the little jar out of her pocket. And she takes something that looks like one of the pins that was used in Jada. And she holds it a certain way. And they open like a scissor. And you didn't know it would do that. It was really weird. And she reaches into the jar and picks up the yellow strands of wisps of seemingly smoke that stay with it. And she lowers herself but raises that up to the thing. And the yellow wisps float up to the glowing area above. And then you hear and it crashes across the trees and flees and runs with this now empty vial in her hand. And she stoppers it.
Alright, so did you just feed that thing part of someone's soul?
Or was that thing for that soul? Was that like one of the the stolen bodies?
We should get back in. It'll be getting...
Mother, please. I'm not here to judge you. I just need to understand.
It allows me to live and do my work if I feed it periodically. And it will speak to the trees. It will work to make sure the trees stay rooted well and protect me while I try and save all the children. I can't save them all, though. And that one was the least important for survival. That's the least important aspect of survival. It's the one that is least valuable to making it out alive.
I don't understand fully, but I know this place has done things to you. It made you have to survive, so we'll just leave it for now. But you said we should head back, yes?
Yes. It sounds like you're judging me.
No.
And she starts climbing up while you're talking.
You have to understand. I just started saying, and she starts climbing. I'm like, I'm not judging you, and I'll follow after her. I look at Hipley, and I'm like,
oh yeah, I'll telepathically speak to you. I'll telepathically I mean, she had to do what she had to do. I mean, who knows what we would have done in the same situation. It's completely not. I don't know. Does telepathy even work down here? Like I'm trying to use it, but would it even work? Or is it gonna come out loud because it's different?
Does what? Telepathy?
Because I can do. I can. Try to use.
Yeah, you can catch her mind, but it seems.
Oh no, I'm just talking to Vesryn.
Talking to me.
He's talking.
It'll work. Okay. It is a little foggy and unclear sometimes, but you can get messages through.
Okay.
Does your telepathy let me talk back to you as well, or is it just you talking to me?
No, I think it's both. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. Shoot.
I'm trying to remember because I don't want to be like, yeah, say it out loud. And
it says I can speak telepathically to any creature as long as you share language.
Yeah. So then, you can speak to me. I kind of nod at you in agreement, like, it's easy for us to sit there and like, oh, that's messed up. But again, like you said.
In order to survive, you have to do what you have to do.
You do what you have to do.
God. And who knows? I'm sick in her. I mean, I can't even imagine have to live with that. So, oh my gosh.
While they're gone.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna say. So we're gonna investigate this place or what?
Yeah.
I'm reading the
Yeah.
I'm reading the book.
All right. I turn to Desus and I'm like, all right, which one should search and which one should watch the road?
I can keep my eye on the tunnel.
All right, so I'm gonna look around for any like writings or notes
Okay, so
records.
the book itself has a lot of writing and notes and diagrams. It's called Life Transference and Living Metal, and by Lucy. There, it talks a lot about souls having vibrations and like they're a wave or something, which makes no sense to you, even though you're pretty mechanical. It seems kind of above your head, but there are a lot of mechanical things, and you do see diagrams of your pins. They're called tines, actually, in the book. And you realize there are 8 different ones set to a different vibration. And the vibration is sort of like a tuning fork. And each one is meant to match the vibrations of one of the 8 aspects of the soul. It mentions in multiple places, it references another book called The Mechanical Processes and Practical Applications of Initiating, Maintaining, and Transferring Life Energy, which you've never heard of or seen, but it's mentioned multiple times when it's talking about what seems to be the most complicated stuff. You know, almost like it's referencing something even more grandiose than this book as far as what it does. This book mentions having learned the most important aspect, which is getting life into metals, or transferring life into metals from another soul, from a captured or dying soul. Like, that's a way that you can extend the life by taking its aspects and moving them to a new body. But it resets the soul. And that is an easier process than creating life from scratch. Along with that, in the room, wow, that's an interesting look you have in your face.
I'm just having a thought.
I'm sure. Good. The book is doing what it was meant to do then.
Doubt, fear. Continue.
Yeah, Dwayne's just kind of reading it along with Jada, and then when she gets to the part of like, it's easy to transfer souls from an already made soul, she just kind of like side-eyes Jada and is like,
I think Jada's got 1,000-yard stare.
And there are a lot of like vials that are just lying around on the floor empty. You find all of them tend to have rolled to the corners or are kind of stuck under roots and stuff. As they're all empty, the ones that are on the floor. And can I get a perception or an investigation check from you, Cerridwen and Desus?
All right.
I'm assuming that Jada's stuck in the book.
Yeah, I'm absorbed.
I am keeping an ear out for any possible noise from the group coming back.
Yep.
All right, that's better than last time. 15.
10. So while you're up there in the hallway, you do hear people starting to come back way down at the end of the hall. And as you turn to let them know, you notice for the first time that above each column, there's a little piece of wood with a name etched above each column.
And Dwayne, they're coming back, but there's names etched above the vials.
It's above the column of vials, so it's like
a row.
Yeah, like a spreadsheet. There's a at the top.
I'm gonna look for the name of jeez, the guy that we made a promise to on like the second day I was here. Like
the little girl.
Yeah, Vesryn made a blood oath too.
Can you?
Like,
All right, make me. You. How good is your memory? We'll make an intelligence check. We'll just do it and see if you can remember her name.
oh gosh, I wrote it in my book, but it's like 3 notebooks ago now. All right, that's a 13. Oh wait, is it just straight intelligence?
Yes.
Oh, that's a 12.
Okay. You don't remember it exactly. But as you're looking, you do recognize a few names from people that were on Elixia that ascended. Not many, but here and there you see one that.
She'll go and just kind of like, she won't touch the vials, but she'll just sort of go to someone she knows and just spend like a little moment with it and just sort of like have that moment where she's like, this is my friend's soul, you know?
There she is.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Waldo.
And you hear them coming down the corridor, and it's unusually quiet. Nobody seems to be talking. And she's in front of them, and kind of you hear her because she's just slightly touching the vials as her guide.
Everything okay?
Yes,
We're fine.
fine.
The root should be healthy by tomorrow. And she walks around you.
So, Mother, where are the bodies? Who has the bodies?
They're not here.
Clearly, I'm saying, where are they? Can they be returned to the bodies?
They're in the forest. If you return them to the bodies, all of this that's happened to them will reignite in them. They may die just from the pains.
Well,
so if we can get the bodies and get them to safety and transport you, the souls, and everything back home, then
how are you going to get thousands of bodies back home? And they're not lying around doing nothing.
what if
there has to be a way.
worst case, what if we had to put them to rest? What if, I mean, is that even like I'm not saying
I will not kill all these children. They were friends of mine.
Is Liz living?
All right, so Mother, you don't want to kill the children, but yet we are saying we want to try to find a way to get them home, and you're telling us it's not possible. So what are you doing keeping them? If there's no,
I'm protecting their souls from a worse fate than they're in now.
I kind of look at Hipley.
I know. I was gonna say like Preston's mom, like, yeah, and you kind of feed.
I don't know. You guys may see us kind of give each other like a strange side glance when she says that she's protecting these souls.
At least most of the souls.
Mother.
It's like that's again.
So what's the end game? Are we just going to stay here till you die and protect them, and then what happens when you
Till I die, nobody dies here except by violence. This place keeps you alive and tortured forever.
Okay.
There's no easy out.
So then what's the point? Why keep these souls here?
So they don't feel what I have to feel every day.
I think it's worth trying. Maybe you don't think so anymore, but I came here. I made a blood oath to find you, Morkant's mother, as well as Vigire's daughter. And I'm going to fulfill my oath and try to bring as many people home to the families as humanly possible. Which is kind of funny since I'm an elf. But
As elfinly possible.
as elvenly possible, I plan to return as many as I can, and you can either help us in that endeavor, or you can give up and sit here and wait to be tormented some more. You don't have to go with us. Just tell us where to go. I am not going to sit here and allow this to keep happening to you and everyone else.
So you would put these souls back in their bodies and make them suffer their last moments.
But like Disa said, though,
only-
is this living?
Only once we knew we have a way to get them home.
You will do no such thing. I'm your mother.
I'm sorry, Mother.
And
You are
and
my
that
mother.
seemed like a very cold version of I'm your mother. But you remember hearing that when you were a kid.
Yeah. Mother, that would have worked on me 47 years ago. But I am an adult who has traveled beyond Elixia. I have fought hags. I have fought demons. And you're not going to stop me from saving lives if I can. I didn't get here by random chance. I wasn't ascended. We came here by choice to try to help you and everyone else.
You doomed your friends on purpose?
No.
We chose to come here.
We're not
We
doomed.
chose to support Vesryn. He wanted to find you.
We're not doomed yet.
So my
We're
family
not
is full
doomed
of
at all.
fools, and they bring fools along with them that think that they can change the world as it is
We've
here
already
in
changed the world.
here in the Fell.
We've already changed the world several times.
And we might not be able
It
to.
seems
really
no
try.
different to me.
No, we haven't been here. We've only been here for what, 5 minutes? You haven't even given us the chance to prove that we can do anything.
You speak of demons. There are demons here that make those in our home world seem like nothing. Like
Yo, I'm not doubting that,
Weak.
but it doesn't mean that I'm not. But I am not. You and Father did not raise me to sit by and be a coward and hide. You taught me more than that. Maybe you've forgotten because you've been here for so long.
I taught you to save lives, which is what I'm doing here. I'm saving their lives from
No, you're postponing death. You're not saving any life. You're postponing death. And I say that with love. But you are. How is this living? Are any of them smiling, enjoying their days? Are they sitting in jaws waiting for you to either fail to feed this tree and they become consumed by other things and everything? And what? There is no end game. This is not living.
How will
My
you
friends
get
are
them out then? I've been trying to find a way to get them out for the whole time I've been here. And all I've run into are
There are ways out.
beasts and demons.
There are ways out. We just haven't had a chance to look. So we're asking you, for your years of knowledge here, to give us some idea of where we're at and where the bodies are so we can work on figuring this problem out. You've been doing it alone. There is 5 incredible minds here. You may not know this, but we are the book club. We have researched quite a bit and we know
Oh
what
my
we're
god.
Well, Vesryn, do you think you can find the ley lines out here?
doing. Yes, I probably could. I do have the magic to look at ley lines.
I could find the ley line, find nexus point. I mean,
That's a good start.
I could theoretically write another orchestral piece, or we would just...
What is a ley
Yeah.
line?
See, that's because we're the book club. We've done our research. We know what we're talking about. Ley lines are sources of potential magic. They're kind of where everything bridges together, and they actually generally lead to ways to get out of places like this, potentially.
Realms cross over through the dream realm. So we got here. If we find a ley line, we can find a dream realm access point, basically, and then take everyone back.
There are no dreams anymore. There are only nightmares.
She withholds her eye roll.
As this conversation is happening, I want to kind of nuzzle up to Jada and I want to ask them, how's your ticker feeling here? Do you sense anything different?
What's my ticker feeling?
You feel the counting of time. It's hard to know if it's any different. but it seems like it's only one, and it seems steady.
Well, time passes here, and I don't hear the presence of another time, I guess.
Now,
Okay.
Scott, what I wanted to ask real quick, because when we read it, it did say the Shadowfell was kind of like the material plane, but like kind of like it up. Does this place, even though obviously it looks very different, does any of it look similar to places we might have seen on Elixia? Because if she was still on Elixia,
Yeah, I know.
because
Um,
there might be some landmarks that look similar.
you have
Other
literally
might-
seen 50 square, or 50 yards of space in the woods and a cave. So if it did, you wouldn't have enough context to really know it yet, if it is.
Mother, I know you've been in a long time. At any point, have you mapped any of the area that you've been in before you lost your sight?
In my mind,
I'm only asking because from what we researched, this place is usually kind of like a reverse of where we're from. Which means we could technically still be in Elixia unless you left the island.
it's a shadow mirror of Elixia. Yes.
Okay, so from what you know of Elixia and the areas that you've been, about where could we around be? Because that could give us a direction of where we need to look for the ley lines.
There are no cities or settlements that I know of. So those, as navigational markers, those are not here. I suspect we're in the deep forest. The one with northwest of Cairo, I think. I mean, I can't traverse it. There's an area of shadow that I can't cross.
Can you potentially bring up the map for us to look at
Yeah.
Elixia?
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. I just want to get
No
an idea
problem.
of, based on where we knew where the portals were before, where
Yeah.
we might want to move directional-wise. And she also said there's a shadow that she can't pass through?
Yeah.
Shadow area.
Oh, I think I have a closer up on that. Hold on.
That's probably where the ley line is.
And Vesryn, as you're talking to your mom about this, I'm gonna let this in your mind, like, she may have to let go, you know what I mean? We're gonna do whatever we can.
Oh, that's the world.
She may have to,
Oh, I thought I had a better one.
you know what I mean, learn to kind of let go at some point. So, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but
I think this is the only one that I can. That should be enough.
Vesryn will nod at you. Alright, you brought it up. Let me go look over it. Sorry. Alright, so she said...
Like west. She thinks it's west. I wouldn't have said north. I would have said just west of Cairo.
like so over in this area, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that we know that there's some places out there. There's an area, because there was one grove that we were supposed to go to that has like a portal there, we were told about.
The two
There's something-
pylons are in the middle of there. The
Is
two
that-
standing
is-
stones.
And based on where she's saying the shadow might be, directional wise, does it seem like it might be in the same direction?
Maybe.
All right. And I will share that with you guys. Dwin would know about those pylons, but the rest of you wouldn't know. When we were on Elixia, there was some pylons here. There's an area here that may be connected, or may have a way for us to get back. We should probably investigate that area. Is that? And I give the direction. Is that generally where the shadows, where you couldn't pass through, Mother?
That's what I'm told. That's where the winged demon lives there.
Well,
Vercodel, I think, is her name.
you should know that.
Vercodel.
Vercodel. You should know that Dwin is exceptional at taking down winged demons. Give her a javelin with a rope, and they go down.
And she's down into a door. It's brutal.
That was a good moment.
Yeah, she actually was the biggest reason why we were able to kill Talbamis, who killed Eldrin, and had turned Aelin. So she's not one to shy away from killing demons, neither are the rest of us. If anybody can do it, Mother, it's us.
It's a fool's errand, though. You're almost guaranteed to all die.
Well, you already
That's
said
what this
the
place is.
You said we're gonna be stuck here for eternity, or die trying to get out.
Actually, we already been to the hells, so
Yes.
It's true.
I would
For a moment.
I'd rather die trying to get you and everyone out of here than sit here and let my life just become nothing. And I'm not saying that you didn't have help like we do. I have friends that are very talented at what they do. Now you have a chance. I know it's hard, but trust that we think we can do this and we believe we can do it.
I don't think it's going to work the way you think. I mean, if you really have to see what they look like now, I can show you some of them. And it may change your mind.
Well, either way, they can't stay like this, so, I mean, I feel like they... Either way, I mean, these jars, I mean, that's... Can they even sense anything? I mean, what do they even experience like that? Just being in jars, having their soul split.
It depends on what stage they're in,
So some could be, like, coherent? Like, are you saying some can, like, even... Like, are they, like, the wherewithal to know, like, what's going on?
If I had gotten to them, they would be a shell of themselves and could function just enough to be alive, but not be subjected to what this place does to you. Because there is no joy here. You've only been here a few hours or a day, and...
So why keep them here, then? I mean, like, as if you plan on just being here, so there's going to be in this...
Because I couldn't bring myself to murder them. To save them from what they were going to become.
Those are the bodies. Let's see what we can do about this. If there's anything we can do about it. Yes, we need to see. We need to know for ourselves. We can ask a million questions, but until we see what's going on, we won't really know how to react. Or if there's anything we can do.
If you need to, I'll show you. And she starts walking down the corridor, running her hand along the jars, and they clink along a little bit as she runs her hands over them. And as you're going, you realize that there are some of them, the yellow is faded, they're gray, and on some, if in some cases, the yellow vials, the yellow is faded, and the one below that is faded. And in a few, 2 or 3 are faded, like to just nothingness, like just a gray matter left inside.
As we're going down, I'm looking for Morkant's mother's name and
But what is
Garrett's daughter.
What's the name? I can help check. What's the names? I feel like you would have told.
Yeah, I mean, I would tell you guys.
You do see the name of the girl you're supposed to save. The
How's she
woman.
looking?
The yellow is faded out, and the next one down, the orange, is also faded, but the ones below that are still intact.
I mean, if you get, I'm gonna say it's like quiet. Like, even if you get them out, like, look, I mean, they're all like a partial soul. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. So what?
Are you saying that via words or telepathy?
I mean, I'd say by telepathy if I feel like she's close enough to hear, because I want to say quiet, so I feel like she's close enough to hear. I'll do it by telepathy. If I feel like she's close enough to hear.
Yeah, you don't
And
think she's close enough to hear. And then she turns, She goes, these souls will regenerate if you give them time. The soul is resilient. And then she keeps walking.
All right, so there we go. Perhaps we can still save them. But any more? Do I see more Count's mother's name up there?
No, but there's so many. You're walking at a. You'd have to really study each one to find it. You know, you're trying. Mm-hmm. She's walking out at a relatively quick pace.
Okay.
You do recognize a few names in there. And, you know, Tiffany did too.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know them all, but.
Well, I made a promise to Morkant too that I'd find his mother, even though he didn't believe that she was still alive. So I have to try to keep that promise too.
Yeah.
Those are making promises, writing checks he may not be able to cash. You know.
And
right.
And you climb down, and she gets down into onto the ground below the caves. Stay close. The fog can trick you. The trees can trick you. The sounds can disorient you. This place is not made for us. And she starts walking.
Hey, not to be corny, but should we hold hands?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Form a friendship chain.
There we go.
And she walks surprisingly well for someone who's blind. It's like she knows where things are, and she shuffles her feet in a way that is a little bit unusual. She kind of shuffles but lifts them, and you notice that sometimes the roots kind of shift as you touch or try and step over them, like they try and just subtly grab at you as you walk over roots and stuff. Not fast, but if you sat there for a long time, it's likely that you would be entangled in them.
People would definitely jump the first someone tried. Let's do a little hop. Okay, well that was weird.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for the tree that I had in that vision of my son's friend dying. See if I can spot that tree, because I don't know what that vision was. I don't know if that was the future.
I was literally thinking about that when we talked about trees. I was literally like, oh my god.
Going to fed a tree.
I think Vesryn just stays quiet the whole time and just watches his mother very intently.
And for a blind person, she navigates pretty amazingly well. And she slowly winds her way through the forest. Roots are all twisted, the trees are all bent in weird ways. And she takes you to a place where there is what looks like a sapling, like a small tree. And she stands in front of it. Here you are. Here's the first one. And there is the shape of a face sort of in the tree. And the branches look like arms. And for the first time, you realize that your mother's features look root-like or tree-like. And the sapling is just sort of there, and then suddenly its wood moves and you see eyes staring out at you.
Hello to you too. Can you speak?
Oh, I use telepathy. Can you understand this? Are you still?
And you get a mind. It is foggy and unclear, but you do catch glimpses of words trying to be formed, but they never quite make it to that point.
And
I'll relay
Can
that.
we do
They can't form. Like it's the thoughts there, but it's unable to formulate a coherent word or thought.
perhaps we should look closely at this and see if we can understand it on a magical level. Dwayne, you want to help me see if we can figure out what this is? There's a way to reverse it.
Sure. I'll
Arcana check if you'll let us, Scott.
Yeah, go
So
ahead. I'll let you.
for flavor. Well, actually, this is a question as well. But like with my speech of beast and leaf, I can talk to plants. Can I like ascertain if this is a plant being or like a plant?
It's not a plant.
Right. It's not a plant. They will talk to.
Natural 20. So total of 27.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Burn.
Nat 20 of the night.
Yeah.
Open up
27
only.
total. That's my best I can do.
And it's definitely a person there. It just looks like it has frozen and rooted. And it has grown over itself this bark-like, tree-like thing. There's no leaves to it. It's
I will try to dispel magic on it.
Oh.
what level?
I will do it. Should I use one of my 4th level slots, guys? I'll get 2 of those.
Yeah, I was like doing before you just said it.
I'll use one.
whatever
I'll use
feels
one of
right, man.
I'll use one of my 4th level slots.
And the person's eyes open wide when all of a sudden, and your mother goes like, "What did you do? Don't revive him right now." And then suddenly you hear just like this pain and torture, and the rooty, barky stuff starts to pull into the person, and you can tell that it's sort of like a reverse of like the ground cracking. And after a few minutes, you see this person standing in front of you, wearing rags, dirty, matted hair. Whoa. Why did you do that? I'll have to go through it again when the shadow comes for me. At least the pain was gone.
A shadow.
The shadow.
I mean, I'm sorry, we're kind of new here. Can you describe the shadow first, please? If possible.
Darkness. It's a shadow.
Mother, is she not? Is it a he or she, or what is this person here?
It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, your best guess.
Are we not able to take them with us and keep them safe inside the tree?
They'll reroot soon enough. They can't
What is
remain unrooted. They've been. It's already set for them. Unless we can get them out of this place and then put the souls back in them, this will just repeat itself.
Well, so now we know that there's a chance that I can do this. If we can maybe... Now, since this is the one effect, if we had multiple people together and I cast Dispel Magic on them to remove that, would it be able to work on all of them, or is it still individual? Because it's, the effect itself. So I'm wondering how that would work. If we can get them together in groups, perhaps we can, dispel them in a larger number.
Yeah.
Does it have a range above table? Does the spell magic have like a range on it, right? Or no?
So it can go up to 120 feet is where it can target
What's-
it.
Oh, but is it one
What can
creature
it target
or
the
is it-
one-
Yeah.
It says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Since that's like the magical effect that's on
thanks.
all of them, so I'm wondering if they're all together, it's the same effect on them. Would I be able to? That's what I'm asking. It's a chance. I don't know.
You're not sure.
Could I please try something? He's going to. So you're going to see a whole bunch of like sand kind of envelop him. I'm going to use this one of my lore master things. I can communicate, or I can, as a bonus action, I can teleport a little bit and actually give mental contact with the Sphinx. And it can kind of grants you some of its divine foreknowledge. And so I know it's like combat could have flavor to like kind of maybe see if there's anything we can do for them, or any kind of foreknowledge on how we can save them. Would that be, could I use it in that way? The Sphinx displacement, that feature.
Let me look at it real quick.
I'm sorry, I should have asked you before, my bad. I was looking, I was like, maybe this can help.
Something about that. I'm wondering while he's looking this up, if whatever the shadow thing is like that demon. If we kill the demon, would it?
Yeah, there's
all of a
something I want to ask when Scott's done.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye out as well, especially for the bird
Yeah, I'll also
And the-
be keeping
and
an
the-
eye out.
and the wooden person screamed. So she's like,
Does that mean that all these trees, I mean, because all these trees, some of they're all just like, just people that have been here, just like all the trees that are here.
I mean, it's the foreknowledge is a very brief amount. It's enough to give you advantage on an attack. So it's just a moment of
getcha.
foreknowledge.
Okay, I figured. I was just like, let me see if I can try. So never mind. Thank you for checking. That's what I wanted to see. So thank you. Appreciate that.
So what I want to know is, when the person reverted back, did the bark kind of sink into their person, or did it like kind of wither away into the ground?
Into their person.
Into the person. Okay, because Desus was trying to watch to see if like any of the roots kind of receded away and start to go in a direction.
So the shadow that did this to you, is it a creature?
I don't know. It just is.
is it? Can you recall anything like? Does a certain sound accompany it, or
Oh
does
no,
the temperature change?
there's no
Just-
sound at all.
Just. And it just does it come at a certain time every day?
No.
It's hard random.
It comes every now and then, and it feeds on us.
And the giant bird that's in the sky. That's not it.
That works for it.
Ah. I'm finding a pecking order.
So we kill the bird.
I was gonna say I need to take care of the bird first.
It gives us an idea. If we can handle that, then perhaps whatever it controls it, we might be able to see how well we might stack up against that.
That's
Bless you.
I mean, if we can't defeat the bird, then we might need to find a different way to deal with whatever's doing this. So, I would agree with you.
We'll try and run. Also kind of weed out the immediate area.
Well, I'm sorry for putting you through this pain. I was trying to see if we could free you, so we can find it. We plan to get you and everyone else that we can home.
Then let's go. I'm ready.
We have to figure out other things. I did not know that doing this to you now would put you back at risk, and I apologize for that.
That's not true. Your mother says that's not true. I warned them.
You warned me as I was casting the spell. Actually,
was a
after
bit
I
late.
cast the spell.
Like you could have let us,
That's
because you didn't let us know any about. Like if you would have just let us know. But you,
To be fair, I didn't tell her I was casting the spell. I
Yeah,
just
but-
did it.
yeah, but you knew that we were going down. I mean, from now on, can you please just be forthright? Let us know everything we need to know, so this doesn't happen again. Just please, just be honest with us, because that way this stuff like this wouldn't happen. We just have to know. You just have to let us know.
Because I was under the impression that there was no way to free them from this, and there is a way. I just did it. So now we know we can. Now we just need to find a way to defeat whatever is causing this and then get home.
They're not freed. They're just going to repeat this process.
Mother, whatever's causing this to them, if we can find a way to stop that, then they will be free. And we will find a way to stop this. Because that's what we do. We right wrongs, and that's what we're going to continue doing.
Well, the shadow will be very upset and will come looking for us if it knows about this.
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta piss off a few people to get things done. And if this shadow is pissed off, I hope it comes here so I can show it how angry I am at what it's done to our people.
Maybe we just need to shed some light on it too, you know?
Sure, a nice fireball will do it.
Yes. Yeah, maybe. I wonder how it deals with fire.
Well, if anything, I do have my moonbeam.
You mean in a forest full of people?
I was gonna say.
Fighting it here in this place right here, but. And you can always hit it. If it's. How big is this thing? Is it large? Is it more than the trees? Because I can make the fireball go off high above the tree line if I need to.
It flies. It
There you go. So
comes
when it's
down
in the
where
air,
it wishes.
poof, in its face, away from the trees.
In its face.
When there's a Vesryn, there is a way, Mother. You should know this by now.
Just gotta drop a house on it.
Hibley is exceptional at dropping houses on flying creatures, as well as his teammates. He's very skilled at it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if a house falls on you and you don't die, you're pretty hard to kill.
I suppose that would be a good test of your toughness.
Yep.
That's how you join the book club. Just kidding. Out of here.
That's the initiation. Oh, Mother, would you like to go through the initiation? We can do it right.
Do you have a clear space?
But what do we do with? There are so many people.
First,
I mean, if we can find a way, then we can do it like we don't have to do them all at once. If we can find a way, we can slowly start. If there's a way, just slowly start doing it. Take some at a time. You know where they are. You know we can get to them. And so.
And the beast and the shadow, they won't
all right,
wait around.
What we
Well,
need
we
to
can
do-
stay too. I mean, we can make sure someone can be back. Like we'll plan it out. Let's first just see if we can make it work, and then we'll go from there.
What we need to do, the first thing we need to do, is find an exit. Once we have an exit, we can figure everything else out. We have an idea where an exit might be. As you said the shadow stops you from going to a certain location, correct?
Yes,
Well, that sounds like the place to go.
That sounds like the place we need to go.
that's the place
investigate.
nobody should go.
And let me ask you this, Mother. How long have you been here?
The amount of time you said I was here.
Exactly. And in that time, have you found any other exits? Anywhere else that you're allowed to go?
No.
So?
The beast only
if you-
allows me to go certain places or it will kill me.
No, of course. It wants you to stay here so it can keep you. It probably wanted you to do exactly what you've done, so it has food for a very long time. So the one place we need to go is the one place we're not supposed to go. If you want to find an exit, go where you can't, where you're not supposed to. You'll find an exit, or you'll find somebody who can make you an exit. Oh, we're
Sounds
wrong
very-
and we die anyways, but at least we're not stuck here in this hell.
It sounds foolish to me.
Well, we've done a lot of foolish things and we're still here.
A lot
you
of
did
foolish
catch the
things.
part where we talked about the house, yes?
Hey, I mean,
We're still
I
here.
heard that.
All right, we're still here. I don't mean any. I'm just trying to, make light of the situation a little bit here.
it's just my
You
feelings.
kind of are getting the idea that there's no positive outlook in your mother of any kind.
But
We'll
it could be because
see.
it's probably because of the well, I'll say in the mind. Like I think it's because we all noticed it. Like I'm pretty sure it's the effect of just the place that's probably you know what I mean, probably keeping her thoughts that way, since she's been there so long, maybe it's kind of seeping into their minds.
Even more reason for us to find a way out quickly so we don't become this way. The longer we're here, the more likely we will become less
Just
positive.
succumb to it. Just kind of succumb. Just
In the distance, you hear like that cawing you had heard when you first arrived.
Uh-oh.
are we fighting this thing?
I'm ready to kill it.
I'm out of wild shapes in case that's important to know, because I don't know if we rested since the Sphinx.
I
think
thought
you
did.
have not.
We did.
Wait, we
I
didn't.
thought
We didn't rest at all. We just went straight here. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I could have sworn.
You rested before the Sphinx, then you went to the Sphinx, and then you went
We
straight.
mad dashed.
After a long rest or a short rest?
I thought you did a
So
long rest before you went in.
Yeah, so we shouldn't be exhausted. We didn't do anything when we met the Sphinx. So I mean, we.
No, you
The only
didn't.
thing,
You
the
just
only
spent
spell I
time.
cast. You should
Yeah,
be good. We did do
I'm
a
just
long
out of
rest.
wild shapes because we booked it, and I was wild shaping to get there.
But you long rested before we met the Sphinx, so right? That was so.
We long rested at the top.
I thought.
I thought we did.
Yeah, you like camped at the top while you waited till you rested.
'Cause I thought we camped, and then we did a short rest, got to the top, and then we kind of went in. But if we long rested, then that changes
Yeah,
things.
I thought you rested at the top while you were waiting to go in.
Okay.
Dang it! Gotta go with this.
No, we did. We did because I have all my spell slots back except for the one I
spell.
just used.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So, did we get a long or a short rest? I'm confused.
I think that
Vesryn's only
you.
down one spell right now.
Yeah, I think you took a full long because you knew you weren't under any danger there.
We rested a few times along the steps.
Yeah.
I was just out of wild shape still, because I'm pretty sure we got to the top, and I thought we went straight through the door once we passed.
Because we got there, and then because we got up there with time to spare.
We got up there. I remember we ended the episode because we got up there and we all dropped and started resting. And then the
I
thing
think
came out
that was
afterwards.
a short rest.
Oh,
because-
maybe it was a short.
Yeah, because basically we caught our breath, and then one of the Lamasus greeted us.
Yeah. We were like, did we make it in time? And they were like, yeah, of course you did.
Oh yeah.
And then we went and talked to the Sphinx, and we're like, cool, let's go to Shadowfell. Woo! And
Yeah.
And you got dropped off.
Alright,
One-way
so-
Uber.
All right.
Thanks
Well, if
for
you-
the follow, Disco Biscuits. Just
If you guys
Disco
want,
Biscuits.
then
You just go.
if you're not prepared, then we should fall back for now.
I'm fine.
I'm never prepared. So
We
it
had
doesn't
that short rest.
either
I
way.
still get my wild shapes back, so
You do.
Well, I'm good. Yeah, I get them on
Okay.
short rests.
All right then. Well, I'm only down one spell. So let's, if you guys feel confident, let's. kill
I mean,
this
I
thing
don't,
with
but we
teeth.
can.
do you guys remember if I used any bardic inspiration on you between the Sphinx and coming here? I don't think
No.
so.
No.
Mm,
No.
No,
Yeah, I think
hasn't been a reason to.
Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah.
And when you do, you know what song to play now. So.
Smoke on the water.
I am.
Book club theme song.
So,
No.
All right, we got a plan. We're gonna lure this down. We're gonna find a place. We're gonna jump in. What are we doing?
Ooh, I like that idea.
And your mom takes the hand of the other person, starts scurrying back to the cave. We need to get away from their foolishness. They're all going to die. And that person goes
Thanks.
with her.
Thanks, Mom. We'll prove you wrong in a moment. Love you. Mwah.
okay.
I mean, she did say we can't die here. Nothing dies. So I mean,
No, she said you
Except
can't-
through violence.
Except through violence.
Yeah.
Except through violence.
Love, peace, extreme violence. Hi.
How about this? I will stand out in the open. The rest of you hide. I will draw it with
What
my
open?
sword. Well, you said we're out here. Like, I'm sure there's, like, an opening where we can, like, one of us can be out, where everybody else hides around the trees and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
it's,
should be at least a little break where we just
there might be a little.
read.
Yeah, sure, a little break in the trees.
Yeah, I want to kind of get it to want to come down here, and then we can jump out. And this way, Hipley can hit it with his sling or with a spell.
Well, and I might be able to learn a little more about it too if I can get within like 30 feet of it. I might be able to glean something that can help us better engage it in combat. So I might be able to glean something from it.
And then you got the javelin with the rope. Jada's got the dart. I mean, we might be able to like literally pin this thing down if we can lash it and pull it down to where it can't fly.
Oh, I know what to do.
All right, so go hide. I pull out my sword after everybody hides. So
I need to be out with you. I want to be able to. I want to make sure wherever I am, I want to be able to be within 30 feet of it.
I mean, you can probably still hide within 30 feet of me in this thing.
Sure. Okay.
But this way, it'd probably be more likely to come down and attack me directly if it's just me by myself.
Oh my god. I'm like, hold on a second. Trouble. I'm gonna like bring up Trouble. Like maybe Trouble can get its stone too. I'm gonna have Trouble to give me low to the ground. So I'm gonna like hide Trouble kind of near you, because if Trouble, if it can make eye contact too, done.
All right. And
I'm
I will.
Gonna pat Trouble. Be like, okay, Trouble, just do what you do.
Do what you do, buddy. Do what you do.
So, are we doing this? Is the wizard being the bait?
Well, you volunteer.
Sounds good.
You volunteer yourself.
I'm okay with that.
You're
I'm okay with it.
surprisingly terrible. We're not gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
You'll be fine. I kind of pat you on the back and cast protection against good. Protection from good, evil, and good. I can never say that spell right.
Thank you.
I don't know what kind of creature this is, but we'll see if this helps.
Can
Hopefully it
I
does.
I'll just. I also give you a tap and be like, here. I just give him guidance, just in case.
Thank you.
I give him a cool handshake because I can't do nothing else.
Yeah, everybody's like patting him, casting spells. Hipley's like, thank you, Hipley. Thank you.
Can I take this time to like hide behind a tree and start tying a rope around the tree, and then have that rope also tied to a javelin?
Okay.
Oh snap!
Oh, snap! That's what she's doing.
So, you see in the clouds above the form of a bird of some kind, and it's sort of circling the area pretty widely.
I'll draw my blade out, and if I see it diving towards me, I will go into blade song before it can get to me, to increase my armor class.
And you never see anything like a dive down or anything like that. What you do see is you see the circles, as they're spinning, they get a little lower, and it's a very slow process, just kind of winding its way downwards. But you do realize every time that it makes its circle, it does cross over this area.
Mm-hmm. Waving the blade so you can see the light.
Look more delicious.
Shoot firebolt or something.
Yeah, there you go. I might shoot some firebolts in the air just to kind of had it.
It's like 3 of them come.
Yeah, I know, right? We're gonna have like 10 of these things swarm us. My mother was right. We're idiots.
And as it spins around, it like has this screech. Just, "Ah!" And can I get a wisdom save from everybody?
Oh
No,
man.
boy.
No, come on. Why?
This one.
That was so
You guys
close.
have high wisdoms.
I don't. Well, that's okay.
No, I don't.
Oh.
No, it's not high enough.
24.
17.
24,
21.
did you say?
Yeah, 24.
Oh my god. I got a 13.
21.
6.
Oh no!
Cerridwen runs,
Nope.
flees the area, and as she starts to run, you see this massive, gargantuan bird crash through the trees, like knocking trees over with its wings to get into here, coming at.
And as I see it coming down, I go into Blade Song. So that way, as soon as round starts off, I'm already in Blade Song.
And as when it goes in 30 feet, I'm gonna use my Lore Master trait for 1 minute. I can so as a bonus action, I'm granted 4 knowledge of creatures' intentions, and I get a better engage both socially and in combat.
I think it wants to eat me.
Kill, eat. Kill, eat is the intention.
When it dies, I want to be able to, because I can specify some small tidbit of knowledge you wish to gain from it. I want to know where the shadow is. And so, because
when it
dies, if when it dies, if it knows, you're granted the form of a few cryptic sentences or riddle about it. If it actually knows, so
okay.
Remember what Scott said before we started tonight. It's not if, it's when, right?
Yeah.
And now the bird, of course, is just all gray and black. There's no color to it hardly. So
You are ugly.
and it is massive. So can I get initiative rolls from everyone?
No.
All right.
Well, roll the middle one.
15.
I got a
9.
10.
I got a 9.
Oh, excuse me. I got a 9.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
What'd you get, Hipley?
a 9.
Both of you got 9. Okay.
9.
What'd you get, Cerridwen?
14.
Vesryn?
15.
And Desus?
16.
8.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
god. Those were the worst rolls. That's
It's
the
all right,
worst initiative roll that I've seen as a group collectively from you guys.
Oof.
I mean,
Okay.
at least my attack rolls. I mean, I really have a low roll here than an attack roll, so.
All right, Vesryn, what's your AC?
Right now, because I'm at 16 plus Blade Song, which I think adds 4 or 5. Let me look. Sorry, I got to double check. I need to set it to where it just pops in when I go into Blade Song, but I don't think it has. Yeah, it's plus 4, so I'm at a 20.
Okay.
If it does hit, you don't have to tell me what it is yet, but I will cast Shield.
Okay.
Is this creature
It hits.
A aberration,
25 armor class.
celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
Go through the list again.
Aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
No.
Never mind then. I tried.
Damn.
It's
And
Shadow.
with your shield, you still get hit.
Oof. Okay.
Ouch.
I thought I was durable, I'm not.
Hold on.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, that sounded like a lot.
Okay, you take 18 points of damage from a claw that tries to crush you down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like screeches loudly at everyone around, and with its beak, it tries to attack who's around it closest.
I mean, everyone's
those.
hiding. Can they see it?
Jesus.
I mean, oh, yeah, could he see us? Oh, and do we need a roll for treble? Like,
For what? Oh, for treble?
for treble, because he'll be there too.
Did you bring treble with you? Okay.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I made sure because I was like, maybe you can freeze it.
Okay.
So I made sure.
All right. Yeah, roll. Give it an initiative roll.
I don't know what its dex modifier would be, but let's see.
It would have a minus dex modifier. At
Well-
least a -1.
And 9 then, it's 9.
9.
It's 9 as well.
With everybody else hiding in the tree line, would it know they were there, or would it still be focused on me? Because I mean, the whole point was for me to be kind of in the middle, away from everybody else, so this thing would be engaged with me and not them.
If anything, I'd be closest. I mean, I want to make sure I was like the good feed. So if anything, I think I'd be the next nearest thing, but it's still hiding.
It
So
has really good vision. It saw the collection of that there were people other than you here, and it lashed out at
it'd be
Hipley.
me. I'd be
Yeah.
the closest one.
At Hipley. What's your AC?
Well, I can use with my feature. I can use my reaction to add my proficiency to it, so I can make it 18 if that'll make it not hit. So 18 because I'm definitely using my reaction. So
Yeah, it will hit.
okay, well I tried.
Yeah.
Maybe
We're
we'll
doing a
die.
lot tonight.
boy.
And Hipley, you take 19 points of damage from the beak that
Ain't nothing.
tries to
Alright.
bite at you, and it's turning in this little space that's really not big enough for it. What? Okay, so that was 17, so 15. Vesryn, what are you doing now?
Vesryn's going to attack this guy. Let's see here. What I want to do is I get 2 swings, I believe. Yeah, because I get 2 attacks, and with the second one I can actually use like a cantrip with it as part of the attack action. So I will be using on the second strike. What's it called? Booming blade.
Okay.
The first attack. Let's go ahead and roll that. It is 11 plus 7, so 18.
And 18 hits.
Okay. Whew, I was worried about that. Because, all right, so that'd be 6. That's 10 points for the first attack. And the second one, that'll be 19 because I rolled a 12. So,
Yeah.
And with the booming blade, that's going to add more damage to it. So for the sword, that's another 10 points for the sword. And then the booming blade adds 5th level, it does an extra 1d8, so it's 2d8. A hit. Let's see here, yeah, wait. Oh no, it does 1d8 extra on a hit, and then the target will take the damage, and the damage the target takes from moving increases to 2d8. So it's another 1d8 of thunder, so it'll be another 4 points of thunder damage. And if it moves, it'll take another 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else I can do? Let me look at my bonus actions real quick. Bonus actions. I think I'm fine right now with that. I was just thinking if I should do Misty Step yet, but I don't think I should. I want to keep this thing right here on me.
Cerridwen.
So, I'm done.
She's gonna pull out her Kruth and then start using unique techniques like Soul Tasto and whatever to change the way it sounds, and on top of that it's like gonna be like weirdly minor because we're in the Shadowfell.
Wait,
It's very dissonant here.
was
Yeah.
Flint still running though? I don't mean to.
But
Because
yeah,
they-
you need to make a wisdom save to be unfeared.
I kind of like the idea of you running, you're still holding the javelin, and it just like yanks you back.
That would be funny.
Oh, cool. That's a dirty 20. That's a dirty 20.
That'll do it. So you stop when you realize, oh my god, my friends are back there. What am I doing?
What I'm doing, she pulls out her Kruth, starts playing. So I'm gonna start by casting blindness and deafness on the bird. So it needs to make a Constitution
Yep.
saving throw.
Wow. It makes good con saves. It missed the con save. Damn.
The
Yes.
spell DC is
Wow. The downside is it can no longer see Treble's eyes.
Rep.
It's okay. It will probably save out of its con save. So we'll just.
Wow. So when you do it, its eyes go black. You know, the white of them goes black. Actually, do birds like that have a white in their eyes? I don't think they do. I think it just stays black.
And then I'll use a Bardic Inspiration and extend it to Vesryn. So we have a combat inspiration.
Nice, which is great because now I got a guidance if I need it. I got that, and the protection, which unfortunately isn't helping right now. I was hoping it was. I was like, hey, I love it. That is a dope spell. That is a dope spell.
Just in case.
And
Yeah.
Does blindness give us advantage on like range attacks with it, or is blindness or is it only with melee attacks with like disadvantage? Now that
I think
blind?
it's advantage against all. I mean, on all attacks.
All
against it,
attacks, I
because
think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
It can't really dodge or defend against it because it can't see. So
Yeah, and then with my movement, I'll start moving back towards the battle.
Man, that was a good play.
I always forget how good that spell is when it works. When it makes it,
Yeah.
when it makes it, it's like, oh my god, that was devastating.
Yeah.
I think I'm next, so I'll just because I think I have a higher dex.
Yeah, it's not likely to stay blinded very long because it does have a high con, but it'll stay for a little bit.
Well, and so I guess we would notice that it's blind because I imagine it's like a song that you do that makes it do it, or because I imagine we heard you cast the spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you heard me casting it.
And
There's
you,
just weird, just dissonant notes flying around, and it's a different melody. Like she's a little mad.
So that's an angry version of Smoke on the Water. I'm going to.
hit blade.
Yeah, I'm just going to as I'm bleeding, I'm gonna just use maybe 2 attacks as 2 Eldritch Blast at it then, since I know it's
Okay.
will get some advantage on it. So
Yep. You get advantage.
that's
on
an
it.
at 20 on the first one.
Nice.
Hey.
Definite hit.
Oh yeah.
Second one.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Max your
one
damage
hits.
on the 20.
One hit, so whatever. Okay.
What do you mean
well,
one hits? Did you roll a 1? On an
I mean-
advantage roll?
On the advantage roll, because of nat 20, I mean, that's nat 20, whatever else I roll doesn't matter. So roll twice again, got an 11 and a 10. So,
Yeah, that missed.
yeah. Yeah. And
Wow,
what's
then.
it for criticals? Is it just like roll damage dice twice? Or how to do criticals here again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do double.
That's how long it's been since you rolled a critical, Blake.
No, he was asking does he roll his dice
Oh.
twice?
No, I said, has it been that long? Because he's like,
Yeah.
how do we do this again? Like, damn, man.
But I do roll the dice twice, right?
Yeah.
So,
And you-
okay, so then
Yes.
15 points for that one.
Nice.
So 15.
Nice. Just so you know, Rosardi wants you to use the sling.
Dang. I will. Next round, I should have done this time. Next round, I'm gonna use the sling. I will.
Slings
You
are
waited for, like,
slings
what,
are
3
made were
sessions?
made for killing birds. That's what they
True.
were for.
I'm going to. I should have. I thought about it too. Next round.
Next
And so
round.
for move, I was gonna kind of.
Big guns.
I'm gonna crouch back down, like kind of near where Trouble's kind of crouched down into the. Well, no, it's blind, so we like kind of it's kind of crouch back down and kind of hide a little more. Try my
Jada.
sling.
What are you doing, Jada?
I'm going to just first I'm gonna oh my gosh, you can't talk. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. Hold on, I'm checking something.
I hope it does double damage automatically. It's like, keep to it. Probably won't be, but I'm hoping it is, because I would love to watch you just burn this thing to a crisp. Then
Just
we can
catches
eat
on fire.
tonight. Then we can eat chicken tonight.
I was gonna say, Trouble eating well tonight. There we go.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Advantage.
Yeah. Am I gonna do? Yeah. I'll
You already
do-
get advantage though.
I will do it at 3rd level because I'm crazy. Because go big or go home.
We're not crazy. Best response said we're fools. No, what did
We're
Best
not
response say?
fools. We're just first one is the natural 18.
Hits.
Second one is a natural 20.
Nice.
And a natural 1. Oh, that's crazy! Yo!
That 20. Let's go.
The beauty of advantage.
I can't tell what this is. Is that a 16? Natural 16. So
16?
16 plus
Yep.
8 is 24.
25.
Dang.
So I hit on all 3.
Get it.
Yay!
Nice.
Double damage dice on one of them. Come on now.
Double damage on one of them.
And it dies, right? It's dead.
It's a fool now.
Easy fight. No
No.
problem.
Okay.
Damn. I tried, guys. I tried.
You did try. It's a thought that counts.
Yeah.
2d6. 2d6. Wait. Oh, wait. I forgot. One more. I'm so sorry. I forgot that I cast it up their level. One more. Hiya!
I'll let you do.
When you cast it at a higher level, it gives you
Oh.
extra raise.
17? Does 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Oh, this is a lot of dice. Okay.
Do it.
Where are my D4s? Or D6s?
I was gonna say, it's like, man,
I know what
it's
I'm
a little
doing.
damage.
Okay. Okay, so 3. Okay. 2. Okay, so. Wow! Oh. Oh, goodness. Okay. 15. 17, 18, 19. Double this dice. Oh, shit! 30. Wait. Math. What did I say? 19 plus 22 is what?
41.
41?
Thank you. 41 points of fire damage. Oh, that's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
That was the most I think you've ever done.
Yeah, it was. That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
How's it die, Scott? How's it die?
It's dead, right? Yeah, it's dead.
No.
Damn it.
And then I would like to move up to it within 5 feet of it and Vesryn.
Okay.
I assume Triple was 9, so I assume he just tries and doesn't do anything because like it's already blind. So I assume Triple just like tries to do something. It's like, well,
Yeah. Treble's not running up to it.
Okay. That's my turn.
Well, he can't see trouble anyways right now because he's blind, so he can't get turned to
oh,
stone.
exactly. So I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I can do it anyway.
Desus.
Alright, a bonus action. I'm gonna pop my starry form. I am gonna do my javelin. So there is now a just radiant of light as little specks of light create a constellation across me. And then as my action, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Hell yeah.
We're going. There we go.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So even if it breaks free, I still have advantage on it.
And then Joanne has advantage on the throw with her with the javelin and the rope. So
I got a 20.
Oh my god, all these 20s tonight. That's insane.
20 and a 13.
I told you, Mom. I told you,
The
Mom.
13 misses.
3rd level Guiding Bolt. So that turns from 6d6 to 12d6.
Oh my god, bro! No.
I gotta open my dice bag.
Dang.
You open that dice bag.
As someone who
That's
plays
a good
rogue,
night.
I do have enough dice, and I love the sound of it. And you're going to hear this beautiful sound.
Awesome.
You gonna get the mic closer to it?
I made my dice bag, by the way, just to show off my skills.
That's awesome.
We're gonna make
That's
all
really
the dice
cool.
bags now.
Yeah, you're gonna make us all dice bags. I'll have a squid on mine. So.
I can find the material. All right. 3, 6. There's a 12. All right. In my delightful cup.
Oh.
Ah, rogue vibes, rogue vibes. All right. Numbers. 4, 8, 12, 16, 26, 30, 36, 38, 40, 45. Radiant damage.
Oh my god.
They beat me. It's not fair.
That was an impressive hit.
You guys, I did
She did
15
she
damage.
did one bolt. What you did with
48.
3.
I forgot the plus 3.
Just right.
Guiding Bolt is one of the most nasty spells, in my opinion.
I
Guiding
did
Bolt
3
is
times
so
my
good.
damage. She did 3 times my damage.
All right. So we're back to the top, and now it gets a con save to see if it's.
Well, at the end of its turn,
unblinded.
it gets the con save. At the end of its turn.
You're right. It has to wait.
Oh.
So
What's it gonna do?
then what it will do is it will, since it was right on you, Vesryn, it will continue its attack on you and try and claw to grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Would it fly? I think it would try and fly and lift off with you. So let's try a claw on you.
With disadvantage because it's blind. Right?
Yep.
Yep.
5 and 8. So, what is your AC?
Right now it's 20.
Okay, so it misses.
I'm like diving. Oh,
It rolled a 5 and missed by 2.
Ooh.
Thank you, Twin.
Nasty.
I would have flown after you.
It's all right. I would have just Misty stepped out of its hands.
Yeah. So it tries to claw at you. It doesn't get you, and its wings come out, and
All right, I'm going to try to attack it as it's going, since I didn't have to use my reaction to shield.
Okay. But everyone is going to have to make a deck save right after that reaction.
I get my reaction off as well?
If you have a reaction, you can do something with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're within 5 feet, so yeah. That was
Yeah.
good. You
Nah,
moved
I like
within
dex
5.
save.
And it's at advantage, right? Because the thing is blind.
Yep.
Wait,
Yeah,
I
it's
can
still-
use, I have
still
a-
blind.
no, second.
Not a natural 20, but it was a natural 19.
Oh,
Oh, so close.
that's as good as a natural whatever it takes to hit.
Oh, and because it moved, it takes 2d8 thunder damage.
Yes, it does.
So it
Do
takes
it.
5 plus 7, so 12 points of thunder damage before I even swing at it.
Okay.
Would
And
a 12...
then-
Oh.
Go ahead.
Would a 12 dex... For the dex save, would a 12 beat it or meet it or whatever for the dex save?
No.
Okay.
And then-
I'm not going to use my reaction then.
And then it'll take another, where's it? Oh, yeah, 7 plus 4, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more points of, like, normal sword damage. Magical sword, but,
Magical sword.
yeah, not normal. Magical
It'll
sword
take
damage.
it'll take another 5 slashing from me, and I will try to grapple it. This is not going to go well for me, but I will try to grapple it.
Okay.
You get the wing, maybe you
Also,
just pull the wing down.
So
you
just a
know?
manhandle.
You,
just
you
like-
probably don't want to grab the wing. That's probably a bad place to grab on a
Keep it
giant
on
bird.
the ground. I don't know. I'm pretty strong. I'm decently strong.
All right, so we still need a dex save for me.
Rolled a 17 for my dex.
Okay. You're good.
16 for mine.
You're good.
Okay.
Whew.
I was worried about that 16. I was like,
I rolled a nat one.
we got this, Mom.
Air 5. Air 5 to...
Okay.
I rolled
Hipley
five,
and
rolled it.
Cerridwen, you each are knocked prone and take 5 points of damage, force damage.
Also, like laying down anyway, trying to hide, so that's fine.
Can I add the combat damage that Dwin gave me to my damage?
Yeah, of course.
What is it at, Dwin?
I believe it's an 8.
A D8?
Yeah.
An 8. So 8 more damage. That
Heck.
was a nice reaction strike.
Yeah, this bird has singe marks, cut marks all over it. Jada, you're going to try and grapple it, right?
Yes.
It is to do its con save.
Ooh. Oh, at the end of its turn.
At the end of its turn.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought
Jada's still reacting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What am I rolling? Strength check?
Athletics.
Athletics?
See if you can even get on it in a way.
We'll see.
I mean, I can't
I mean,
see,
it's
so I
big.
wouldn't see where Jay's
Nope.
coming from just saying.
No.
Okay.
No. I rolled a 2.
Would it be at advantage since this thing's blind and his hidden trees is
Yes, it
going
would
up?
be at advantage. You're trying to get on it. I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Yep.
Grapples are considered attacks. So.
Okay. 15?
Yes.
Sick.
That hits. So
You got
you're
it.
able to leap to its, the lower part of its leg, and make a grapple. So what do you want to do now that you are grappling it?
I just want to hold it on the ground. This is ridiculous.
I thought you were trying to do it with your rope. I thought you were trying to do it with your rope. thing.
I was doing it with my rope. I wasn't trying to get on it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the good thing is, if it starts to pull you, you can just let your thing extend to a certain amount of feet before you have to
Yeah.
worry about getting lifted.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm trying to hold it here.
So what is your chain connected to?
me.
You, right? Just you. It's in your hand.
It's just me.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, Jada's pretty sturdy.
I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty strong. That's it. That's all I got.
Jada about to get tossed.
They
How
are
strong are
solid.
you?
I was strength of 15.
All right. Make a strength check against its strength.
Oh boy.
Come on.
That would be a great time for a natural 20.
Not this.
No, I got a natural 17, so that's a 19.
Right. So it starts lifting up off the ground, and you need to make me a deck save
Oh yeah.
to not be flying off it from the tops of the trees, which is how fast it can get up there.
A deck save.
Yeah.
14.
Okay. So you start trying to get off, and you start falling from the tree
Yes.
line.
Oh, I can't cast Feather Fall. I used my reaction already. Oh well.
How high up is this thing?
It's
Wait.
mid tree. The bottom of it is
So-
middle of the
so-
trees, trying to lift up to fly.
How many feet though?
Probably 20 or 30 feet at this point.
So is my options are either hold on or fall?
You could try and maybe jump to the tree line.
I'm already falling.
Right. You're falling because you couldn't stay on the bird. You didn't have a way of locking down
Oh,
unless you wrapped it with your chain all the way.
Yeah, I wasn't on the bird. I had the chain wrapped around the bird.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
oh, then you need to make a strength save to save your chain from being taken from you.
If I can feel that it is stronger than me,
It's definitely
I will
stronger
just-
than you.
okay, yeah, then I'll just unhook it. I thought that I had a chance, but if I can feel that it's stronger than me, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's incredibly strong.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let it go. Not the chain, but I'll let the bird go.
Okay. So, as it's trying to lift, it is the end of
Fine.
its turn. It is going to make a con save and see if it is unblind. It missed it again.
And it flies into
Wow.
a tree.
Hey, I was fully expecting it to save, honestly.
Damn, me too.
It's gonna fly right to a tree.
I think it would just keep flying into trees trying to get lift because it. I mean, a blinded bird
I
doesn't
feel
easily
bad
know
for it
where.
now.
No, don't.
That's what it wants you to do.
So, I mean, it is knocking trees down as it's trying to fly out, but it is not lifting straight. It's lifting outwards, and it's running into trees and getting tangled up in the mess it's making. All right,
It's still on the ground.
it's not on the ground. It's in among the trees. 20 feet up. That kind of space.
Misty step on top of this bird to stab it in the back of the neck.
And he has a double advantage just because they did guiding
It's blind
bolt,
and it has
doesn't
the
matter.
gun gold on it, but I still only get the roll
Something,
twice.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I wish I had taken. Wait, did I take Elven Accuracy? I haven't taken it yet.
I didn't think so. No.
No, I haven't taken that one out. That was my plan. Next one was Elven Accuracy because then I get to roll 3d20 when I roll advantage.
All right.
Um,
Misty step.
All right, so I'm going to Misty Step on this thing's back. I'm like, you're not going anywhere, and I'm going to attempt to stab this thing in the back of the head. 16 plus 7. Pretty
Hit.
sure that's yeah. And once again, I'm gonna hit it with the second strike is gonna be with the booming blade. Not a natural 20 again. 18 plus 7. So
Yeah.
both those are really high. All right. Thanks to advantage. Otherwise, maybe not so high. All right. So the first one is 7 plus 4. So that's 11, right? Yeah. That's 11 for the first one. The second one is going to be 3, 4. That's 7 piercing. And then 6 thunder. And I'm like just stabbing this thing in the back of the neck with my sword, and just kind of like using that to kind of hold myself in place on this thing as it's shaking around. Yeah, and that's all I can do because my bonus action was the Misty Step. So that will be all for me.
Cerridwen.
Okay. I see this thing trying to fly away with Vesryn on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run towards Jada, and then tell me if this is possible. I want to put a dimension door like on the beneath Jada so that they will fall through the dimension door. Then I want to jump into it, and then I want us to open the door on top of the bird.
Oh no, we're doing this shit again?
Oh yeah, I'll let you do that.
Everybody get on the bird!
For
All
sure.
This is
All
the
right.
best.
So
do this again.
that's the plan.
Okay.
He runs over and throws down the door. We're both
Jada, you're suddenly falling.
What the heck?
Like in Portal 2 kind of falling.
Boom, and then we gotta land on the bird. And after that, I'll use my bardic inspiration to inspire Vesryn again. Since you're preoccupied with you.
Yeah, I got a sword in its neck, so that might be why.
Okay.
Man, that thing hurt though.
So-
It hit me.
So you go through, you end up on the bird. We are now down to Jada.
No, it's me. I have a higher
I was gonna
deck.
say.
Oh, you're right. I forgot you had a higher deck.
I know.
You both have 9s.
I'm like, well,
Yep.
can I put with a thesis like, you can't fly right? There's no way you can get up on the right. Then they get over there. All right,
Yep.
so I'm going to. Dang it, I'm gonna run over there. I'm gonna tap the thesis, use fly, and then I'm gonna Misty Step on there myself because I'm like, there's no way we're just gonna do thesis back there. I mean, we can't. Yeah. Dang it. Hold
Well,
on, wait.
you should be
before-
able to just cast fly on both of you because as a warlock, you automatically
yeah.
cast your highest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's true. So I'll say, and so I'm gonna pick up Trouble 2 and bring him along as well. So if I can, so like
Just in case that
there's
minus
trouble
drops.
just in case. And so I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna fly. Use my fly speed to fly up there and get on top of it as well, holding Trouble. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. You're flying up to get up on
Can I
it.
make it there? How far away is it? I feel like I should be able to make it.
You can make it.
there.
It's in
Yeah.
range.
I love this. This is like our new thing. Flying creature. Let's just all jump on it.
Jump on it, yeah.
How many
This is
days
very
has it? Oh my
nice.
god! Wait a
The
second!
last
Oh my
thing
god!
she-
This happened
I
yesterday.
know,
Fly
Tiffany,
away
I
with
know.
you.
What?
I got an idea.
Do you have an action left?
Well, no, has it been 5 days since
Oh.
I've done it? It's been 5 days. So next round. All right, yeah, I gotta play for next round. So that's my turn for now.
Jada.
God. I'm just gonna cast Shocking Grasp on this thing. I'm just gonna plant my
Okay.
hands down and just. Zzz.
Yep.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da.
Don't play. Don't
20.
even. Don't even.
I got another 20.
So how many dice is that going to be of electric
48.
damage?
48? That's a stupid joke.
I thought you said 48
Me
dice.
too.
I
was
know.
like, damn.
That's the joke.
Wow.
That's the joke. That's the joke. Do I have 48? I do. I just don't know where.
I was about to
They
be like,
are.
I need to get me some shocking grasp shit.
Days before I'd be instantly just.
Where's my D8s, yo?
You gotta tell us.
Is that one? Nope. Is that one? Yeah.
The diamond one.
Is that one? Yeah, nice. Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. 19 points of lightning damage. And it can't take reactions.
Yep, that's good too.
How bad?
I feel like standing up. We all
Oh,
get like a
it
blood
looks
result.
all messed up.
Seems
messed up.
blinded. It can no longer take reactions for this turn. Jesus, we've been tearing this thing to pieces.
Desus.
Yeah, I'll save it.
Oh, okay. Desus.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. This is
Yeah,
the first time
what your
Hipley
wings look like.
casted
Mhm.
Fly on Desus. So yeah, the star constellations kind of pattern out and create almost phoenix-styled wings.
Nice.
Ooh, that's safe.
Like, okay. And nervously, she gets up a little bit. It's like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. She goes up a little bit higher, but still kind of low in case anything happens. And also, she clocks Hipley's face and sees what he's thinking. It's like, not getting anywhere near that. And I'm
Pulling
going
up
to do
stab.
another guiding bolt at third level.
Okay.
Yeah.
With
It's still
advantage.
advantage. Let's use
That's
these two
20, come
dice.
on.
Be
Oh
nice.
my god.
Like those staples. Wow. Not this time, but it is a 19.
That hits.
So that's still 66.
All I know is that blind and deaf spell has been crazy close.
So I'm going to use my... Because I have little hands.
So many nat 20s because of that. Oof.
Yeah.
And a lot of people you've casted on have made their saves. People that were much weaker than this thing.
The other one.
Mm-hmm.
Every bard has their day.
So,
No, she's the
10,
bard. She's the maestro. Every maestro.
You're right.
21 radiant damage.
Now it's seeing the light.
Hey.
It was blinded by the light.
Like, there we go.
This thing is in such bad shape. So
It is
after
a bull now.
Desus, it is back to it.
Oh my god, we're all on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to make a con save.
But at the end, though, right? Is it gonna
At
do
the end of a
something?
turn,
At
is
the
it
end,
not doing anything? Is it just trying to get away?
Yeah, it's trying to get away. It can't do anything. You're on its back, and it can fly upside down, what have you.
I'm holding. I guess we're all holding on to it.
It makes its con save and immediately lifts straight into the air. Straight up,
Boy.
just to get out of the tree line. Can I get deck saves from everybody?
Well, I can fly, so I mean, worst case.
That isn't flying. You're right.
Okay.
Natural 17.
You and Desus
I'll
don't
still,
need
I'll,
to
still,
make
I'll still
them.
try to. I'll still try to stay on it. But if worst case, I can just fly. So
Dirty 20.
That's
Build
not my
these.
strong suit. Nope, I got a 9.
Perfect.
I got a 21. Because if I want to, I can stay on. Because I got 21. I was like, if I fall, whatever. So I got 21 for my deck save.
Cerridwen?
21.
Okay. So the only one actually thrown off the bird is Jada.
So, question.
Yep.
If it's leaving my threatened area, may I make an attack of opportunity?
You definitely would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just would like to snag this
You
thing.
have advantage because of the guiding.
And it takes two more D8 of thunder damage.
Okay.
I just want to, my intention, I mean, it's to attack, but it's also to wrap my chain around its leg so I can not die. Oh no. Hold on.
Roll your thunder damage too, Vesryn.
I rolled it. It's 10 thunder damage. I was just waiting. I didn't want to.
15 to hit?
15 hits.
Oh my god!
15 exactly hits.
Oh my
Oh.
It just hit.
Is this forced movement?
bitch rolled a 10.
It's like, if it's forced movement, you wouldn't get an attack of opportunity.
It's not forced, is it?
You
No,
just
it's
knocked
two
her
chains
off.
movement.
Yeah, he knocked her off. Yeah. Yeah, okay, for
I like it for cool factor. So.
So between the two of you, you get your chain wrapped around it. The chain gets tangled up in the trees as you're dangling off the side, and then it gets the zap from or the thunder damage, and suddenly it goes stiff in the air and starts falling through the trees.
Ah, shit.
Can I get a deck saves from
I can fly,
I will.
Jada
I will
and
misty step.
No, I can't.
I misty step. I misty step to the ground.
below it?
No, not like on the side.
Right below.
As we're going, I look 30 feet. I look 30 feet off to the side here, and I just whoop right to there.
Okay.
So
I will cast Featherfall.
Thanks.
On you or on the bird?
I can choose up to 5 creatures. So
Oh, if you do that, then I'll stay there for that. And just float
yeah,
down.
so I'll just
I'll just grab
Get the five
Firbolg
of
and
us.
just fly.
The
Because I got my
bird
wings still.
starts heading down, but Jada's chain is connected to it, so Featherfall or not.
I like
He's like,
I just see like you're like, oh, this is great. I'm fine. Oh shit.
we got this.
I let go of the chain.
Okay. All right. I won't do the damage then.
Please don't die. Please don't
The
kill
falling
me.
damage. And then
I have
boom,
some
and it hits
Oh.
below the tree line, under the trees.
So do I get any knowledge on where the shadow is? Then it can be like a cryptic sentences or a riddle.
You do. You would get it as something like. Okay, I know what I'll give.
Oh gosh.
Hold on. There's a note that I had that might be good for this.
And it's almost based on the creature. So if it's misinformed, it's whatever the creature thinks of it. So it could be misinformed. I wouldn't know it. All I know is what the creature knows of it.
So
Small.
the creature knows. Actually, the creature nests on a tower in the shadow.
Okay.
So you know that there's at least a tower or something in the shadow.
Okay. Tower. Okay, I can definitely ask questions. I'll relay that to the group when we all get back down. Because we're also
Correct.
just falling.
I'm just floating.
Correction, I believe this
Feathering.
creature used to nest in the tower in the
Correct.
shadow. Used to nest.
That wasn't so bad.
So how do you get it? Do you get it as words? Do you get it as a
No,
vision?
it's gonna be so in the
As a
form of a
riddle.
few cryptic sentences or a riddle. So like
Okay.
you'd say it like it'd be like and knowing the Sphinx is probably like some sort of riddle kind of thing. So I might not even really know it, but yeah, so it'd be like a riddle or something or cryptic.
Okay.
That's so much work for a DM.
Yeah, I think how to make that work.
Hey now, you
You could just say, "Hey, that's what you know." You get a riddle and you decipher
get a
it to be
riddle,
this.
You decipher. Yes.
That's how I would do it. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this shit every time.
So you get something along the lines of I being the bird. I guard the darkness in the wall and guard the taker of souls.
I heard the darkness in the wall. Let me write that down.
Question is my mother the taker of souls?
Oh my gosh.
Alarming.
He does guard her too, right?
Oh my gosh.
She do be taking souls.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Your mom's a big bad, man. That's
I
not
know.
good.
That'd be so fucked.
I'll relay that to the group. So I'll say, hey, I think
Shh! Don't tell him that.
the Sphinx. I think the Elder Sphinx gave me, or at least helped me give me knowledge from this creature. So we're really exactly what you just said. And so I'll be like, well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guard the darkness in the wall and the taker of souls. Well, we're not in the darkness, so
There's only one taker that we. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Well, I mean,
she's taking.
this thing seems. My mother gave it part of the soul, right? And it took it somewhere. So maybe there is a taker of souls.
Oh, that creature that we saw. Oh, we saw.
We couldn't talk about it because my mother was around, but
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a creature and we
This
got
thing
up
right
to
here.
it. No, I thought it was a different creature. He showed
it
us
was
a
this thing,
picture.
wasn't it? Wasn't it this thing?
Yeah,
or
I
no?
can show you.
I thought it was
No, no.
It was
The monkey.
Where's the
it was a
monkey
monkey thing.
No.
I thought it was a monkey
Oh.
thing that
I thought it was
can
this
show
thing.
you.
I thought that thing had wings. I thought
he
it
had
was
up,
the
he
same
had
thing.
up and sharp.
It had
for a
wings, but
second.
it wasn't this.
Yeah, the monkey
Gotcha.
thing had wings too.
We had that creepy thing. So, describe it to him. So that thing showed up, and then she took out part of someone's soul and let it have it. But she
Not the whole
that's-
thing, just
Just
part.
that part, yeah, the yellow. I think it was a yellow one. A yellow.
It was the
portion
yellow.
of it?
Yeah, it was the yellow part.
The transcendent soul?
Transcendence.
Yeah, she gave it transcendence, and she said that that's how it keeps them at bay, because like it knows, I guess, like, that they'll get fed, so it doesn't attack as long as she feeds them. Is what.
Also keeps the trees from dying.
Mhm.
So she's able to keep everything else protected in there.
Yeah.
There's just Dwayne doesn't say anything. There's just like this long silent while she just like intakes this.
Yeah.
And
It's
Vesryn just kind of looks at you and goes, I know,
It was like,
I
no,
know.
it's just like, yep, it's like,
Hipley and I both agree. It's a little weird.
but she did
A little
seem-
weird.
She did
The
sigh.
understatement of the century.
yeah.
That's a little weird.
She definitely did seem very defensive, and I think this place is definitely affecting her. And I don't think she is happily doing it. She instantly got defensive, like she's like, you guys are judging me for it, and so I don't think this is like, it's like, oh yes, I'm gonna feed these souls, but it's like, I gotta do what I gotta do to survive. So I'm not saying what she's doing is right, but if we were in her position at that time, I mean, and how warped it's been, so that's all.
Just doesn't say anything. Like, you know that she's like seething underneath, but she doesn't say anything.
Yeah. That's also why she got defensive with Hipley and I in the tunnels about the souls, the gray in the jaws, because we were concerned about, what happens. And she's saying that they, over time, can repair themselves,
Can
So
renew.
She says.
can renew. So,
I don't think they can renew when they're eaten by some weird deer creature thing, but
I mean,
How
I don't
could
know
they be
enough.
the same?
I
that's what
I
I
don't
was
know enough.
thinking too.
I don't know enough about it. I don't know. I'm not going to argue with her. I don't know if it's true or if that's just what she's hoping, but she may know more about the soul. I mean, she does have that book. Maybe there's something in there that you guys were looking
Look,
at.
this book.
Yeah, that
It's
book.
an interesting read. There's a lot going on in it. It talks about another book, and it talks about a lot of stuff that I don't get.
Yeah. Perhaps there's more information in there about how souls work. Maybe that's why she knows that it can replenish over time. I don't know. But we need to get those souls and her out of this place before it does any more damage.
If we can't save the souls, are we okay with letting them go?
Well,
Yeah,
that
sure.
depends on if letting them go in the Shadowfell will
Mhm.
actually free them versus allow them to sort of wander around only to be snatched up by some entity that eats
True.
souls.
Well, either way, if we let them go and when we meet in our own place, I mean, if we're gonna save, like you're saying, at least we can bring them there and release them. They probably have a better chance of
Yeah, then they can.
not getting devoured, at least being home, so to speak.
But here's the question: how do we get 1,000? It's like 1,000 souls.
Well, someone
In-
gave us that
in,
bag of
in
holding.
multiple
Just kidding.
in multiple jars. Yeah. If only the gods would have blessed us with a bag of holding, then perhaps this would be a lot
We
easier.
could put the hole in there.
Well, I mean, we just
Well, if we
we'll
find
do
an exit, we
multiple
can come
groups, I
back.
suppose,
Yes.
as we
Yep.
come
Exactly.
back. We just need to find the exit. For that matter,
Well, and the shadow and the clue that I gleaned, it was in regards to the shadow, because I wanted to find out where the shadow was, and that's where that riddle I got. That's what I had to deal with. So
Something in the wall.
maybe that wall is where, like,
All right.
the door is. I mean, if the shadow's there, then the door will have to be, because there's want people to get out. So I assume that wall has to lead to the door.
How big is this thing's head?
Bigger than you. It is a
Does it have horns or
gargantuan
anything?
beast.
Does
Huh?
it have any horns or anything, or teeth or anything?
Huge beak, claws.
How big are the feathers?
They're huge.
Oh my gosh.
Bigger.
Their outfit.
I mean, a couple of them you might be able to make a helicopter.
I think I'm gonna rip out one of the feathers just to bring it back to my mother let her see that we defeated this thing. And then I'm going to prestidigitation my clothes to fix the cut from the thing where it clawed me, so that way I don't look all. Even though I'm wounded, it doesn't look like I'm wounded.
Do you guys think this thing is edible?
We could try. We can maybe. I mean, anybody skilled at this kind of stuff, removing the meat and everything in a safe way. I look at Desus since they're like our resident druid. I don't know if Desus has that skills or not.
Part. I'm used to fishing.
Welcome, Tabletop
Also super-
Titties. Hello.
Super big.
Thank you for the raid.
You get 9 points. You get 8 points back, Vesryn.
I get how much?
8 points.
Thank you.
I don't get anything. It's fine. I'm over bleeding on my chest.
I'll take a look at it, but I want to utilize this fly while I can, and this might be a risk, but I'm willing to take it just to survey the lands, and I
I'll go
fly
look at it because Buddy
straight
system.
up.
Can you take me up with you? Can you take me up with you so I can look? I might recognize.
I mean, I got a spell
area.
slot. Fine, get over
Well,
here.
no, between the two of us, we might be strong enough to lift them.
I'll start
True.
carving the.
Hold hands.
Wait, you're trying to lift the whole bird?
No,
No.
Vesryn.
No,
Oh.
just Vesryn.
Yeah, you
I'm
can lift
gonna
that.
try to
thing.
carve
Yeah.
the bird.
How much do you think I weigh? All right, it's not really.
Yeah.
We're not
You're
talking about
definitely not
Morgan.
big
We're
enough
talking
to
about
lift the
Vesryn. All right, Vesryn's light.
So I'll drop off Trouble right next to Dwayne. Like she'll give her, you do you again. Just do what you can. And so so I'll go grab me and Diesel will gonna try grab Vesryn by the hand, like how we lifting him.
I would take them by the hands.
Like from Peter Pan, like the Peter Pan, where they
Fly.
when as they sort of carry me up, I say, "Let Trouble eat it first."
Oh, that'd be
Pretty
enough
good
meat for it
idea.
for sure.
Actually.
Because if Trouble won't eat it, then we know it's not safe to eat.
True.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
I should just carve off a piece and give it
You
to
just
Trouble.
fly off into the distance.
You hear Vesryn as they go, "Wee."
As you're carving it, I mean, the feathers really are dug in deep into the flesh of it, but you can kind of dig flesh, meat out from around them even. It's a lot like a really huge chicken.
Does it taste like chicken though?
Do you want to eat it raw or do you want to cook it?
She's gonna first give a bit to Trouble to see if he wants it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Treble
Okay.
will enjoy eating it.
Okay, he's into it, and she's not gonna eat it raw. Like she's gonna
Not
start.
sushi.
Yeah, you don't want to eat birds raw.
No.
So she's gonna start just trying to awkwardly carve it up. I rolled a survival because I was like, okay, this is probably the best I got, and I got 12. So
Oh, I was gonna say I'll help you. I don't know anything about this sort of stuff, but Jada's there. Not doing
we'll be able to get meat. It just won't be like the best carving.
Right. It'll just be like chunks of meat rather than fillets of meat.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll get meat.
Hey,
Not a big deal.
meat, chunks of meat.
I don't mind meat on a stick. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, kebabs.
It's morbid.
That is more.
Listen, if you're going to kill it, you should at least try to eat it if you can.
We're flying.
Yeah.
So you're not there.
No.
You just hear the little Morgan on my shoulder.
So are you gonna make a fire here? Are you gonna make a fire here to cook, or are you gonna carry it back to the cave to cook, or what are you gonna do?
I think we should go back to the cave.
Yeah, we
Go
should
back
have
to the
told.
cave.
Should have told them we were.
We'll be back. We're not gonna be gone that long. I mean, flies not forever and cast it again too if need be.
We can wait with the meat for them to come back anyway.
Or just doing a quick
Yeah, we'll just wait.
up and survey.
I'll retrieve my rope dart.
Wait, you're
Yeah, I'll
doing,
get my jack.
you're flying up because you still have flight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
Hipley, and Desus, holding on to Vesryn's hands, are flying straight up just to see if we can see over the canopy for any
Okay.
landmarks or anything.
Yeah, see if we can see like a wall too. I'm looking for like a wall.
And you do see something very interesting in the distance. You see what looks like a shadow that's sort of like, have you ever seen those lights that go up to the clouds? You see a shadow version of that running through what is in front of what is ostensibly a gray, cloudy, near dark sky. You see just enough to see that go up, and right next to that, you see what looks like just a dimmed light doing the same thing, like they're side by side. But that dimmed light is so weak, it's barely it's hard to even tell that it's light. So you have these two beams of light going straight up next to each other, and around it at the base is just a black area.
All right.
And looking around, do I get an idea of where we are? Like, is this Elixia? You know, this high up, can we look at the land? Does it look anything like what I know of Elixia?
You didn't know the insides of the forest well because everyone was afraid to go in the forest on Elixia.
But I did travel through them.
You did once or twice, but I don't know if you would know any one area unless there was some landmark that made it obvious. And this doesn't look like an area of a landmark.
Yeah, the best bet we'd have is me.
I try to keep you flying.
I say, take me back down. If there's still enough time, maybe take Dwayne up and see if she can pinpoint our location better.
All right.
Drug down.
Actually, I have a question. So, wait, was it Desus and Hipley that were flying up, or was it Desus and Vesryn?
No, Hipley, we grabbed
all three of them.
All three of you.
So,
okay.
Because we grabbed Vesryn. Vesryn didn't have flat, but me and Desus grabbed his hand.
Vesryn,
reach,
like Peter Pan.
holding hand.
Okay, Vesryn, make me an intelligence check.
That's hopefully my best. That's my best stat. So hopefully, yep. I rolled a natural 17, so +4.
You do remember that there was a obelisk or a standing stone in the forest, in the middle of the forest, and one was like white light stone, and one was not visible, but when you did get to see it, you I don't remember how I think you used the mask to see it.
Mm-hmm.
It was black.
This is when we passed over with the unicorn spirit, right?
No, this is actually where the two standing stones were standing next to each other. Right, you used the...
Yeah.
Right, you went through the Brock,
mm-hmm.
and it was like a secret portal that brought you into that space.
Mm-hmm. And I will... Those right there, remind me very much of where Dwyn and I and our previous companions went. The white and the dark pillars. That might be where we need to go.
That makes sense.
If I'm up here, I'm going to... Well, no, we won't really be able to see. I mean, I'll try to detect ley lines and see if there's anything below us, like leading that way or anything like that within range.
Make me a... I'll just give it to you. You do see ley lines. They're faint. And 12 of them converge on that spot.
And I will relay that to you as well. That's probably our best bet to get out of this place.
That makes sense.
All right, let's go back down and then meet with my mother.
Yeah.
See what we can figure out on next move.
She'll be very optimistic.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be very optimistic after this. Yes, you know.
You fools aren't dead.
So you go down, you gather up the meat from the giant bird, the meat that you can carry, and you head back. Can you make me a wisdom check? Actually, who has I'll give somebody a nature check to see if they can find their way back. So that would be decent.
I have a +5 in nature or +6 in survival. But nature. Okay. That is a 12.
Okay, so you head back. And after an hour or two, you start to think that this part of the forest doesn't look right. Maybe it's not this. It doesn't look the same, perhaps.
Something's
Do you want
off.
to wisdom checks?
I can send a message to my mother. Should I message my mother?
Is she gonna believe it's you this time?
I hope so. We can find out. I'll send a message to my mother. We're trying to find a way back to you. We've killed the beast that you didn't think we could. We're not the fools that you thought. How do we find you?
And you get you killed the beast, but are lost in the forest you just walked through. Look for the hill.
All right, I'll relay that to you guys. See if we can figure that out.
I mean, I can cast fly again if someone wants to pull up and see if they can see the hill.
Well, save it. Let's see if we can find it first. If we need to, then yes. But we may need that spell at a later date.
All right.
So we look around.
Can I assist Desus in her survival?
Yeah.
check? All right. Well, let's
What are you
try to work on this together.
Okay. You do have better eyes than me, but we can.
I got +4 in survival. So together we can.
So I rolled a 17 plus 6 on survival.
You find your way back,
Okay.
and you realize you are off to the southeast a little bit more than you should have been, and you'd gone past where you needed to go. But you
There's
find your
that
way
foggy
back.
patch there.
You find your way back, and you see the hill with the little cave in the side, and there's a little bit of light inside there, like a firelight you can see.
Okay, go in. I just kind of like speared the meat onto my javelins, and so I bring him in there and just plant him in the ground.
Giant meat kebabs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You get up to the cave, and she, your mother, Vesryn's mother, not your mother,
Your mama. No.
Solana is up there, and she's sort of just looking out, watching for you. I see the
Listening.
I see the fire helped you find your way back. So you survived the bird, the bee,
We
the
didn't just
flying
survive
beast.
it. We killed it.
The meat will do you well. I'll leave the fire running if you wish to cook. Welcome inside, checked. How you doing tonight?
Hello.
Inside jet.
Hey.
And everybody.
I thought you were doing an instant check on us. I was like, wait, what? We did kill it. I mean, it's just like,
Thanks
oh,
for
you
joining
killed
us.
it,
Yeah,
did you?
Sure did.
Did we?
It was funny.
We are currently in the Shadowfell, trying to survive and figure our way out of this place.
We found the exit. Okay, we just need to get to the exit now. We found
That's
it.
the harder part.
All right, so. Yes, I believe we want to cook the meat. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go for it.
You should cook it quickly. Meat does not last long here, even cooked.
How was the
Goes around
person
so quick.
that you brought back? How are they doing?
They're scared. They
Oh.
they know where they'll be soon enough again.
Oh, somebody's feed him.
We killed the beast. We believe we may know a way out of here.
Which way?
And I'll just describe, what we saw in that area. The shadow tower going up and the white pillar.
Why would you think that a shadow tower would be a way out rather than just a place of death?
I'll tell her the story of basically the fight where Eldrin had died and what we had to do and where we ended up and kind of what we learned when we were there.
Make me a persuasion check.
Take action soul. Darn it. Can I give him advantage? Because they'll be like talking like, hey, I mean, why? That would be the best place. And plus, I'll tell her too what we saw, what I gleaned from the bird itself.
I'll let you embellish it in a way that gives him an advantage on it. Why not?
Okay, that actually helps because I rolled a natural 10, which would only been a 15, but with the advantage, it becomes a dirty 20.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 15.
Yeah.
So
she's taking it all in, and she goes, so if there's, you told me you got there through the Brock, where the unicorn was. Well, where is that then here?
I have to look when we get there. Wait, didn't you say there was like a darkness at the bottom of it too?
Yeah. Yep.
The base.
Was that
it.
like was it about the size of like the Brock?
No, that was like where the shadow beam and the light beam came out of that area of shadow. So you
in the shadow.
You could figure out maybe where the Brock is now that you know where that is.
Mm-hmm. You might be able to figure it out.
If that's correct.
Yeah, but you did say there was no structures here, so we don't know for sure. But I do know that the ley lines, 12 of them, converge at that location, which tells me very strongly that that will probably be our best chance of getting you and all these other people out. Who's the fool now, Mother?
Dang. Go in.
I can't believe I raised you to talk to me like that.
Well, unfortunately, you weren't around as much as I would like you a bit.
And she ignores you and turns and heads back into the cave. Enjoy your flesh.
Can you not eat me?
No.
Do you not want any of this? Do you not?
I will not eat that.
May I ask why?
I don't eat the flesh of things.
Insight check. I like to like. Is that something my mother's always been like?
Nope.
Is there a reason why you don't? Is that
when I first
there's something weird gonna happen to us?
When I first got here, I ate a lot of the stuff you're eating. Not a bird like that, of course, but rats and snakes, whatever I could find. And I got very ill from one, and I've just chosen to not be there again.
And so you let us eat. So you guys.
She's saying one of the things, right? You mean she's saying one of the things she'd eaten got her ill.
Yes, and many things eat the flesh, but I don't. I can live off the roots that I eat.
Are you sure? Okay. Well, wait. The
What if
the roots.
What if the roots themselves
aren't roots like? What roots are you eating though? I mean, when you say roots, I'm asking her. When you say roots, when you say roots, just repeat again. When you say roots, and we know what those people do. We just saw what Vesryn did to that one. When you say, what are you eating? Who are you eating?
Who? I eat the roots in my cave. They're nutritious.
But
Insight.
those roots seem to be dying, and you rely on those things to keep it alive. So can you really trust that? Or are they using that to try to control you?
I don't know. Everything is potentially a conspiracy, I suspect. We're in that kind of a place. But I don't think I have a choice. If I do anything different, I can't save the souls of all those people.
Yeah, see, right.
And then who would be protecting them? What?
And Dwin's just quietly like, I should eat rations.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
isn't.
we're like cooking the meat, and we're like, I don't know if I want to eat this meat now.
Well, it's okay, guys, because I
If
do
we're-
one spell.
If
can
we're
actually-
resting, I can get berry.
I can do create food and water too. So that's one of the spells with my the
Oh, there you go.
warlock
Maybe-
thing I have. I can do that.
So you can create. Is it enough for everybody?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's gonna taste bland as heck, but it's a lot. Let me see.
All
You
the
go create-
all the food here is bland.
So it's gonna be just the same. It's gonna be.
At least it won't be corrupted by the shit here.
You create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or containers within range.
Yeah,
We
you
have
can
all
feed
these
a,
vials
you can
here.
feed an
Just
army
kidding.
with that. 45 pounds of food.
So, and that just takes staying up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds or 1 trouble. Just kidding. So, that's what we're gonna have to do. And the water is clean, it doesn't go bad, but the food spoils every 24 hours.
All right, good to know.
And your mother, she goes over and as she's walking, I mean she can't see, so she's always walking following the wall with all the vials, and she stops at a certain point and just sort of leans against the shelves like she's tired, maybe. And then she continues on.
I'll ask you, would you like some of this meat? I just made this. This is not from the shadow, but it's not from here. Would you like some of this? This is not. It's not from the bird, I promise.
Thank you, Hipley. I'll try that. If you
Yeah.
did it through magic, right?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Finding around.
And she eats some, and it is bland, obviously. But you think for a moment you see, like, the corner of her mouth just slightly move up, just the corner for a moment. This place, it really wears it. It exhausts you in ways that you can't imagine until you've been here for a long time. If you plan on going to the shadow, somehow we'll have to get all of those people back. And that's one of the things that's overwhelmed me when I've been here. I don't know how to do all of them and keep them from transitioning back into the forest. There's so many.
Perhaps if we face whatever caused this, whatever the shadow is, maybe it'll undo the magic it put on them. I mean, there might be a way to break it. We need to rest, and then we need to go and dive deep into this place.
And I will say this too, that it's not your. I mean, we're gonna do all we can, but you can't. You're doing whatever you can do. That's all you can do. So you can't put that on yourself if something doesn't. You're doing whatever you can to help. So you can't put all this weight onto yourself. Like, you can't say, if I don't do this, this is all my... No, you're doing everything you can do. You've been doing everything you can do. And so...
When I told you that the aspects of their souls renew, that is only a theory based on the book. They don't seem to renew here. My hope has always been that it will renew once we get everyone back there. And then I've been here so long, I stopped believing it was possible to get everyone back there. So I don't know if these parts of their souls are going to be renewed or not, or whether they'll be alive but lacking in some ways. I've always tried to go from what I felt was the least important to living down. So I hope that we can do something that will renew them beyond giving their bodies motion again, because that would not be much of a life.
And if not, we can at least give them the rest too. So if not, at least a bit of rest back in their home soil, at the very least. So at least a bit of rest. So whatever happens, at the very least, we'll be home.
I don't know whether I should come with you or not.
Yes.
I'm not very fast. I'm blind. I can't.
Hey, we'll be there with you. Vesryn will be.
I will hold you back from what you need to do.
Trust me, I'm pretty slow myself, and they've let me catch up. So like I'm not the most in shape, and they wait for me. But yeah, you'll be fine.
Perhaps you should stay here until we can figure out what's going on. We can always come back and grab her. It's what it really comes down to, because we can't just leave it, even if we find the exit. We still have to find a way to get all these people out.
True.
So we're gonna have to come back.
I think there's also going to be a lot of eyes on that exit on both sides.
I would think you're right.
What we can do, I can reach out to my sister Rotha. Once we know when we're ready to go, I can let her. Actually, I can message her now. Let her know to keep an eye on that general area where the rock is and where those stones are. Get people there. Then we can have people that we trust out there watching that as well.
You may want to leave anything that would encumber you here. The forest has a way of reaching onto you and pulling on things and holding you, and the less encumbered you are, the better.
I don't think Vesryn really carries much on him.
Well, you have a backpack
This is pretty
and
light.
stuff like that.
I'll leave a book, and so I'll let. Well, she can't read. Never mind. No, I was gonna leave a book. I was like, she's blind, so never mind.
I have my fishing gear, I guess.
Are the books in here? She can't read the books there.
There's only one book.
And she used to be able to see, and then eventually she became
Correct.
blind. Okay. I think Braille is the thing here, so never mind. So yeah.
Then you should rest, get some sleep, and then after you're rested, I would say in the morning, but there is no morning here. It's just all one gray twilight all the time.
Well, I may have something to fix that. I can create the tiny hut, and inside there I can control the light inside the hut. So even though we're in here, the inside the hut can be as bright as I want it to be. So, and it protects us from outside stuff and magic from the outside. So who knows, it may even protect us from whatever causes people to become blah.
It's in a library, though.
No, it's not a library.
It's not.
But
the
I don't
library.
really. I think we should save the library in case of emergency. We may need to drop it on another bird.
I was going to. I had a plan too, but you guys. Next time.
I like that plan. It was a good plan.
Why don't we use the library to bring people through?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Potentially.
Wait. But. Wait.
Think on that.
Wait a second. If we put it, so we bring the library, we can bring the bells in there easily.
Maybe if it's along the ley line.
What happens? Wait, nothing. No one's ever stayed there. Things stay. I mean, things stay there when we close it. And so.
I think
Takes you
how.
out.
I mean, we'd have to be there at the same time that someone else was there, because.
Yes, when the other group was there,
And then we'd potentially if the Reveus group was there, we'd potentially be able to pull people through over
To Reveus.
which is better than the Shadowfell.
But even then, if they're just vials, though, I mean, what if we can put one in there and it collapses? Would it kick the vials out though? Because I mean, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Because we can put them in there.
I put my swords in the closet, so then
Oh, we could. We could
So
store all
we
those.
keep them in there. Then when we travel, all we're traveling is a stick. We're not carrying 8,000 vials. It's safe right there. Take them out that way.
I mean,
We have to wait a
that's
couple
fine.
days. At least of all. I mean, we're sure we can fit them all in there. I mean, there's plenty of space. We can.
8,000 ish, and you could leave behind the ones that are gray if you wanted.
I mean,
No, we'll take them. We still have to release them.
is that what his mom says? He's like, man, keep them behind the group. It's fine. So we can definitely. At least that way it solves the problem of carrying all of them. So.
Well, everybody's talking about this. Vesryn is already like creating like the ritual to create the
hut.
the tiny hut around us. Yeah. Just so you know, like I'm already been doing this while we're.
How much space does it take in the plane it's in?
Hold on, let me
Or
look.
is it just space of a ladder or a rope up into the extra dimensional space?
No. The tiny hut. I mean, we have to go outside of it, maybe outside the thing. We can do it right at
okay.
the entrance, unless it's a 10-foot radius. So 10 foot in every direction.
Yeah. Okay.
So if there's not enough space inside here, then we can just go right outside, and then we can also
Yeah.
block the entrance so nobody can go into it.
Right.
'Cause we
Okay.
have the dome blocking it.
Yeah, you'd have to do it outside. There's not really a good, big enough space that you could comfortably do it in here.
So yeah.
Are there things that is there space in there for someone else?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not cold.
No, it'll be perfect weather inside here. I can make it warmer, colder, whatever it needs to be.
And you can have more of this meat that I made too, and more of this food. So just saying, and clean water, clean stuff we're drinking before.
I haven't felt anything warm in so long.
Oh yeah,
don't
I think this would
remember it.
protect. I think this would protect us from the Shadowfell because it says spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome.
Yeah, it's extra dimensional. It's its own little pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could bring the little dude in too.
Do we want to try to bring in some of maybe one of
Vials?
those
Yes,
jars
I was gonna
to see if inside here, away from that stuff, if it can regenerate at all?
Well, wait, don't think their bodies though? What do you mean? Because I thought that.
One of the jars is great. She said because of here,
Oh,
she thinks
yes.
that maybe it's not. Maybe we bring it in, we could see if it starts to regenerate at
Yeah.
all.
True.
Yeah. Bring the
I mean,
jar.
it may not be long enough, but it's worth looking to see if there's any change.
I'll grab a curry jar.
Okay, so you set up the tent, you collect a few of the jars that are gray at this point, and she says, "Hold on a moment." She marks them so that she knows which ones they go.
I was gonna say we need to label them.
Yeah, she's actually really careful with, which ones are which.
Mm-hmm.
And you go into your tent, although the tent is not up in the cave; it's down below.
Yeah, for us, it's just like a perfect little area. And on the inside, we can make it bright, dark, whatever we need to. So we can make it bright for now if we want to have light, and then as we go to sleep, dim it. And outside, all it looks like is just like a opaque, like rock kind of thing
Yeah,
that you can't pass through.
and she waits for everyone to go in, and is this the entrance? And she's feeling along it. And
I will guide her. Well, actually, one of you guys will have to guide her in because I'm.
I'll guide her. I'll set in your mind. Maybe it might help get her sight back somewhat. Being away from. I mean, maybe not long enough, but I don't know. So just stay in your mind as you're walking in.
Man, at least be comfortable.
Yeah,
And-
true.
While you're out there, Desus is out there too, trying to get everything ready. Can you make me a perception check, Desus?
Sure. Okay, that was a bit of a journey. 17.
You notice an unusual motion by Solana as she's being led in. Her hand kind of feels into the crevices of the backpack of Hipley.
Yo, she's about. Okay.
Oh no.
She sees it. You
Yo.
don't see it. She sees it.
Okay.
She's reaching in his backpack.
She kind of feels along it.
I quickly walk over and just tap up on her wrist to break it away from the backpack.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the side of the thing. I don't know this.
So,
What?
What? What happened? What? What's going on?
We're trying to go in the
This-
hut, I believe.
Yeah, but Jesus, what are you talking about? What?
I think she just might have mistakenly trying to search and accidentally grabbed her backpack. It's fine. And I just kind of like hard stare, like.
She doesn't stare back because she's blind.
No, I'm not looking at her. I'm looking at Hipley.
Okay.
It's like.
So let's say in your mind. So what you think she was in your mind? Like, do you think what she was trying to take something? You can just nod because I guess in talking to your mind, you can just nod. Okay, well, all right. I'll just guide her in front and be like, here, how about you just walk up here next? I'll guide you this way. Just,
Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's good. And she gets in, and she just stops. I haven't felt warmth in so long. And it seems like she's about to cry, but nothing comes out. And she just seems stuck in this weird place where she hasn't felt real emotions, and it feels like there's an overwhelming sense over her.
Is there any change in her physically as well, or no?
No.
No.
Is she?
And then she steps in a foot or two.
Go bring the guy we saved, or the person we saved in a.
Do the vials look different?
When you take the vials out, it's really weird. They have color in here. Like, you can see the yellow. Actually, I'm gonna not in those. In those are still gray. Sorry, I was thinking you would have had other ones. Never mind. No, they're gray. They're still gray. And
I'm gonna check my backpack too really quickly. Like, she didn't nab it. I'm gonna double check my backpack real quick too.
Out of character.
what's in your backpack?
That's what I was wondering.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've been thinking about that too, the masks, because he's been quiet for a minute.
I have it.
I just had things like, like my books and stuff. I think the staff would be more on me, like kind of tucked away, like not in the backpack. But
Well, it may not know where the mask is. I mean, she's blind. She may just be reaching to see if the mask is in your bag, not knowing where it is calling to her.
Oh, you think she's looking for the mask?
I think that. I mean, out of character, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know anything in character.
Yeah.
Because you guys haven't told me shit, so.
Can you cast magic inside the dome?
Yes, it just can't go through the dome.
You just can't go through it. Okay. I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration. I just want to see if it works.
And she dies.
Damn. It cures her so well, she just explodes.
Damn, that's cold.
You do. I tried Lesser Restoration. Bullshit.
It says you touch a creature and can end one disease or one condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. So.
And her eyes gain color. And you can see her blink in ways, very fast. Oh my God, I can see. What?
Hi.
Thank you for that one.
And she just goes to her knees and she hugs you, Jada.
Me? Oh God.
Thank you.
Watching her hands, is it a normal hug?
Yes, it is an unusual hug because it's not standing. She's just faltered and wraps around her to hug.
I look at
I'm
Vesryn.
watching her very closely right now.
She's like doing anything weird, No.
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah.
So.
You don't.
Well, I would say telepathically. I can quickly say to everyone like, "Hey, she tried nabbing from my backpack." I can quickly say that just real quick in their minds, like she tried. I think she might just try to steal something, and just real quick. That's all. Just say in your minds, just real quick to each one. Just yeah. So y'all will know.
And she's just hugging you.
I'll walk over to her and I'll like take her by the hand and like try to get her to stand back up.
And she stands up. I haven't seen in so long. And there's warmth in here, and I can see all of you.
How do we look?
Everything in there is just like dust.
I don't know if this is gonna last out there. I just wanted to check.
Then I'll just stay in here.
Well, it might last. Who knows? I mean, you may have fixed years of damage. Perhaps it'll take time to re-damage her. We can hope, because unfortunately, this will only last for so many hours.
How does Vesryn look? I mean, I know you guys haven't seen it in a little bit, so does he look any different than
She goes over to actually hug you. And
now I'm shocked because earlier I was trying to get it, it was nothing. So,
and I mean, she's just like bones. She's so thin and tired and bent. But then she's also got these growth-like fingers and nose and ears. Everything's extended and like hairs almost coming off them. So in here you can see the color of everything, and she barely looks like an elf at this point. More like the kinds of things you've heard about in stories of the old world,
I look over at Jada as she's hugging me, and I just kind of whisper the words like "thank you," And then I will check my pockets when she lets go.
Something gold missing.
But I'll play it off like I'm just kind of, yes.
I'm just gonna try to like smooth this mood over by playing some music. And am I got a request?
Oh.
Oh.
Then she just looks at you.
No.
I pull up the intro, okay, put it
No.
back down. I mean,
And Hippie starts playing Stairway to Heaven instead of...
Instead, there we go. I learned a new song. Just the beginning.
Practicing.
Just the beginning only.
Do you think we really can save them?
I believe it. With this family here, yes.
We're certainly going to try.
The woods are full of monsters, not just birds, but monsters.
As you can see, we were barely even scratched by that big thing. I'm pretty sure we can handle whatever else this place throws at us. Because it was fated for us to be here. There's a reason why we're here.
Oh my
I
gosh.
believe it.
Oh yeah. And she turns to you, Deezus. She goes, Cerridwen, you are about to be, like, you have a grandchild of mine, don't you?
I'm
Just go with your mind. Just go with it. Just go
No,
with it.
Hipply, no.
This is Cerridwen's mother.
Oh,
Hi.
she doesn't know what anyone looks like, so. Wait, you're the tiefling. That's right.
Yeah, the one. Yeah.
Hi.
You
Yeah,
think
we've...
you'd tell me of your son?
Towson is, I'll make a little illusion of, like, what he looks like. That's what he looks like. It's very mischievous. He's got a good heart. He's fun. It's just a lot of fun. Just endlessly. How to explain it? Like he wants, he has that vigor of youth. He wants to know of the world and wants to learn all he can. He's just enamored with the Sagewynd history, and he's really good at hiding. And he's about my height.
That's surprising.
He's got fast fingers too.
Fast fingers. He's very sneaky. So he had a
puts
rough.
Aelin to shame.
I'm so
He's,
afraid that when I leave this place that those memories won't, that picture that you're showing me of him won't stay with me. Because I have so few memories of then.
It's fine. We're gonna get you out of here. So just think of this as like a precursor for when you get out of here for real. So you're gonna, like I said, we'll get you out of here soon. You don't have to worry about forgetting them.
Where's the other one of you? Somebody has been calling me to find them among you.
Oh my gosh.
But in here I don't hear them. Out there it was a voice that was near constant.
Don't listen to that one.
We acquired an unusual item that likes to talk to people. So, and it influences you to do bad, so just ignore him. We're trying to figure out how to get rid of it safely, so we're just kind of hanging on to it.
I don't know if I can ignore it out there. I think I was giving into it before we even came in. It is...
Okay, we'll take it with us. And you can stay in the cave. Unless you really want to come with us.
I don't want to hold you back, and I would rather save all of them than save myself.
Perhaps while we're there, you can, now that you know that there's a chance, maybe you can revisit the idea of what you can do to, get them together and get a way out of here.
Would you trust us to put him in a library if possible? I don't know if we explained that to her. I think she was there, but
I don't think she understood that though.
Well,
that
when the time comes,
library
we'll
is
have a place. We'll have a place to put them. I guess you can say. Just trust me, okay? It'll be a safe place. I promise.
We'll store him.
It'll be difficult to even find which one is which once they're in there. So
Well,
many
if
don't
you
look
can
like
help
who
us-
they were before.
Oh, you mean like
They're so much
matching a
older
body to
now.
the soul?
I mean, I call them children, but none of them are young.
No.
You may not recognize them. I may not recognize them, but maybe they will know their own names without the souls in them.
Perhaps we can mark the jars.
I thought
Like
they already
you've done with
marked.
these ones. Well, these ones here, but there's a name above them inside. Perhaps you can mark them based on the names. While we're out, maybe you can start doing some of that.
I could do that.
And then we can help when we get back, and then once we have all of them labeled, we can store them properly.
Yes, I'll scratch the glass with their name. That's an idea.
Alright.
That's something I could do.
And you have help right now. This person is still technically not turned. You can maybe use them to help you do this as well.
What's your name, by the way? We've been kind of talking
Ignored you
about
since
you.
you did it, yeah.
And I feel like we need to introduce ourselves.
Yes, who are you?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Scott, come up with a random NPC name for us.
No, I have NPC names. I just don't know whether he's had time to regain enough consciousness to say it.
We gotta be careful. The mask will definitely take advantage of that.
And he says, I don't know. Where are we? What is all of this? He goes, what do you call this? And he points at a piece of cloth. The
Cloth?
yeah, like that somebody's wearing, like some clothes are wearing.
Clothing?
No, I know what clothing is. This the
Material?
the brightness
It's
of
not-
it.
The bright color.
I don't know what that is.
Can I help him? Can I use detect
And
thoughts
this,
and help him?
he seems very confused at color. Because it seems like in his mind he's never seen it. Or if he has, it's so buried that he doesn't remember it.
Could I use detect thoughts to kind of help guide him to dig deep in his own mind to find it? Like, because I can pry deep, so can I use like detect thoughts if he's willing to kind of like help him bring those thoughts back if they're kind of clouded by like digging deep and kind of guiding him to his own thoughts, kind of with that.
Huh. Maybe with, not through the spell, but with your own conversation from what you glean from what he's thinking.
Yeah, I'll do that. Whatever I can to help. So yeah, that'll help him.
His mind is really jumbled, and there even basic things seem disconnected from what used to be a reality, and it's adjusted to a place where there's just nothingness around him, and accepted it. That's the worst part, or maybe the best part. And Solana, as you start like walking him through it, suggests, I'm not sure you want to do that. What if it starts rebuilding things that could then, he would go through the same pains again of losing them in a day. I mean, this is an overwhelming thing for me, and I'm terrified now to leave it because I know that when I do, what I'm going back into.
I want you to hold on.
I'll say this. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I want you to hold on to this feeling and know that we are going to get it back permanently for you. When you go back out there tomorrow and you feel the dread, just hold on to this as best you can, this moment, as best you can, and have hope again and faith in us. We will get you and all these people out.
I really just want to sleep and feel real rest for a night.
I pull out my bed, or not my bed, but my my stuff, and I lay it down for her to lay on. I only need 4 hours of rest, so I can take the first 2 watches technically.
She doesn't say sleep; she says to trance calmly.
Yeah. So the rest of you want to rest, feel free. I'll keep watch for the first couple shifts.
The other person, well, they're going through sort of a sensory explosion too. It's hard to rest when your senses are just going wild.
Firing at all.
Yeah, everything's firing. I mean, and what he seemed to be asking about was the color red, which he had not seen, and then the color blue, she'd not seen, and green, and all these colors, purple on Vesryn because he always has a lot of purple and gold. It just, everything was just gray before, and color is.
I'm going to help.
Senseless.
To help with this, whenever he's ready to rest, I will dim it down to where it won't be so overwhelming for that person, the inside, to make it.
All right.
That way they can rest.
And after a while, your mother finally goes into a trance, and this person ends up going to sleep, and you have the rest of the night.
I'll scoot over for Vesryn.
Ew.
I don't know, but I kind of feel like Jada's watching.
Just intense.
Get a room. We're in a room.
And just pointing, looking off into the distance. I'm not watching. I don't know what you're talking about.
She just I mean, she's gonna be the big spoon unless you really want a backpack, but
No.
she's just like, I got used to it. Snuggles.
And that's a good place to break. Snuggles in the Shadowfell.
Yeah.
That's the title of next week's
Could be.
Snuggles in the Shadow.
That's how we win.
You can't beat Snuggles. No, I'm in the shadow. We'll snuggle the shadow to death. Come here, shadow.
Bring it in. Come on.
You just need a hug. Now I'm melting.
All right. Well, thank you for the raids, everybody. It was really awesome to have you hop in for a little bit. Thank you, Insight Checked and Sarah May Field, Noblekind 92. Oh my God, there's so many of you. Tabletop Titties. Hello,
Oh, Rock. Hope you had fun watching.
all of you. We will see you in a week, and we will have more Shadowfell fun for next week. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
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 Okay, we
I'm not
go.
doing it. No, I'm not doing it.